up and sit down.
Boom. There you go. I beat the black square of squareness, folks.
Good man.
Yes, yes. Hello, 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 folks. Welcome to the Friday Frolic with me, Festa 67's workshop.
Your thin arm and your big hand on the end.
And in the canoe, yes, folks.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to our usual fun and shenanigans. Yes. What possibly could go wrong? I've been told off for fettling already, but we'll get back to that in a minute because he was as well.
I wasn't. I was getting my spruce ready.
Yes, you was. But I had a plausible excuse. I was testing the resilience of the kit's plastic.
No.
But anywho, usual. If you want to help keep this alive and the content coming and all of that lot, the usual Patreon and channel memberships are available, folks, as well as Superchats if you choose to do so by clicking the dollar sign in the middle there. That gets your name in a big box, get a nice bit of air guitar, down, and Fox goes silent for 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah, you could do that if you want. Anyway, yeah, you do a super chat. I'll shut up for a minute.
Yeah, there you go. So there's all of that done. Talking of the groovy gang, we have got the chatlings in. So I want to try and catch the chat before I forget. So first in was Bill over at YWOBB. Hello, Bill. And he also says, sorry about the weird Facebook thing last night. I dropped my phone trying to pick up. I was just worried, Bill, that you had a turn and you was reaching out for help, mate. So I panicked a little bit and I was like, oh no. So yeah.
Did you get the cat on the typewriter message?
Yeah, and it was like, oh god, what if I don't respond and he's genuinely not? So I just put, yeah. But anyway, just so that you can do the show without worrying, his blood pressure is 125/74. My pulse is 74 and totally normal, so I should live till the end of the show at least. Well, Bill, we've got a bit of gallery going in tonight because, as the eagle-eyed would have noticed, I finally dealt with the elephant in the room, which was the Sunday stream, folks. Me and Dave had a good old hang out and a good chat about what we wanted to do with Sundays. He got my point of view about obviously the medical stuff that I now do, and he's kind of got used to his weekends as well. So we've kind of retired the Sunday stream at the top of its game because we've done 6 years of it, and it was that time, I think, that was right. It's right for me, it's right for Dave, and it wouldn't have felt the same had I have continued with a dedicated second co-host. But I'd also like to thank a group of people that did offer to fill the spot at the time and were showing an interest. So big props to them. You know who you all are. And yeah, so there you go. We're going to inject the gallery into the Frolic probably once a month to start with. We'll see how it goes and how people respond to it. And it's not the end of me and Dave. We have said that we'll do random stuff in the future, but likewise, both of us just can't commit to a schedule at the moment now. So there you go, folks. Big thanks to everyone that reached out and offered support messages. I'm not going off the internet. I'm just literally going to be doing live content Mondays to Fridays. That's pretty much it on my channel, folks. Okay. Moving on, Fox is saying good evening. TK's in saying hello. Hello, TK. How you doing, mate? Jeff Light is in, says hi guys. Hello, Jeff. Love to you, love to Maggie. Hope you're both doing all right. Big hug issued. And all of that lot. Bobbin says, greetings, frolickers. Good greetings to you, Bobbins, as well.
I can speak now. Greetings.
Fox is in shush mode. Yeah, I know. I've seen it. I'm working my way down to it, mate. If you don't interrupt me, I'll read it out. PJ's in, says, evening, morning, Colin. Fox, the moth fluttering outside Fox's window, and everyone in chat. Hello, PJ. Lovely to see you. PJ was one of those that did offer to come and co-host with me. So big thank you to PJ for putting himself forward for that. And we will do something together at some point, mate. so don't despair. Jeff Light saying hello to PJ. Bob Bean says, show us the chassis. Yes, I'm working on a different one tonight.
Ooh.
Because I finished the other one during the week, all the sub-assemblies, so I'm starting the fire engine tonight. I'll go into more detail in that in a minute. Jeff said hello to Bill. PJ says evening to Maggie and Jeff. Phil Bolton is in. Hi, everyone, as usual. I'll be at the bench working on my latest kit while I watch How Is Everyone. Fine and dandy, Phil. And you know what I'm about to ask? I hope you're doing well. You know why. Bill was very kindly put in a £10 super chat saying, shh, Fox, there you go. Thank you very, 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 very kindly, Bill. I'm going to use that towards the Festa needs to get a new motherboard because his computer needs to be upgraded because it won't run Windows 11 fund. And Jeff says hi to Phil. So I think that's everyone. That's all I'm seeing on my iPad at the moment.
Bill says it's going to get expensive tonight.
Yeah, there you go. So
well, I've done that little sticker, so I'll put that up whenever I'm in shush mode. If I see the thing, so you know you get your money's worth.
Yeah. Oh, come on, iPad, don't start baffing me about.
But yeah, that's up to date then.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. It's because it's come out of Zoom mode. That's fine. It's like fat fingers. Anyway, carry on, dear.
I was going to say, do you want to do my bit while you're fixing your iPad, but you've sorted it now? So.
No, I've sorted it now. Yeah, let's get Fox a bit of attention, folks. What you doing, mate? And how's Mum? There you go.
I don't want any attention.
Yes, you do.
I'm all right. My mum's fine. We were both up at 10 o'clock in the morning today.
I know.
And like this again, bear in mind that Mum Wolf doesn't get up to like 2 or 3 o'clock.
I know.
Because next door was doing some building work and drilling into the bricks 3 feet from my head. That was very loud. I had to get up.
Did you do the under the pillow with your toes curling going humph, humph, humph noise?
Yeah, and it was like trying to protect yourself from fire with a pencil. It was that loud. So I just gave up and said, you know what, I'll just get up. Sures
B has just subscribed to the channel. Thank you very, very much for subscribing. Okay. Massively appreciated. Don't forget, folks, in the chat, if you haven't subscribed, please do. It is free, costs absolutely zero of the King's coin, but just helps me grow the channel. So, yes.
Yeah. And tonight I will be doing more of my Deathcore Krieg army set.
Oh, nice one.
Artillery piece. You're an artillery piece.
I am doing the Soviet fire engine, 6-wheeler, because why not? And this is going to be part of the abandoned vehicles in the compound at Pripyat or wherever it is outside Chernobyl. So that's what I'm up to tonight, folks. This was sent to me by my good friend, Mr. Ron and his Hetum, folks.
Ron and all his Hetums, every single one of them.
So bigly thanks to young Ronus.
Yes. Ronularity, confirmed.
So that's what I'm up to tonight, folks. I'm in that gluing stuff together phase at the moment. Bill has been a member of the channel for 6 months. Thank you very, 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 very kindly for your support, Bill. It really does mean a hell of a lot to me, mate.
He says, that must be worth 30 seconds of peace and quiet. It's like, no, it's cold hard cash that gets me to shut up.
Athol McNichol is in, says, molding Colin and Fox. Hello, Athol. How you doing, mate? Lovely to see you. Phil says, I'm doing well. Made effort to stay away from national news on Facebook and YouTube, and it's proved my mode immensely. I've thrown myself in the model. I no longer watch any news channels. I don't buy newspapers, anything like that, because we all know what's going on in the world, and I don't need a constant reminder of it. So I avoid chat groups where religion and politics is a hot topic. I just don't bother going into them. I just archive them, mate.
No, that's why I stopped using Twitter, and everything's great now, because
you know, there's several groups that I'm in that have very political opinions, and I'm like, I'm going to be archiving the chats, or better still, I'll just remove myself from the group. Nothing against them. It's just I don't need to hear and see it.
Warning, I'm replacing a blade.
Oh, good man.
Death may occur.
Yeah.
Darn it.
So what's everyone got planned for the weekend? Have you got visitors? Have you got filming you're doing? You going out anywhere exciting?
Is it a pants-free weekend?
Yeah.
Always a winner.
Exactly. Oh, you're like us sitting at the bench with your tongue poking out the corner of your mouth. There you go.
I just had my tongue poking out the corner of my mouth when you said that as well.
Yeah, bless him.
Blade replaced, no blood.
I'm suitably impressed with you, you know.
You're proud, aren't you?
Yeah, they grow up so quick, folks.
They do. They do.
So, yeah, I've had a reasonably catch up with all the Partworks type week this week. Done a lot of filming for them.
Squishy alert.
Oh, Edward Leonard is in.
Oh, you're doing it as well now as well. Cool.
Oh, yeah, I've only been doing squishies for a year and a half, Fox, but don't worry, mate.
It's actually me. I never usually look round when I do it, so it's the first time I've looked round.
Yeah, he never pays attention to my side here because it's all about him. I bet he's got himself full screen on his monitor. I bet you.
No, it's just that you're behind me, and it's hard to see when someone's behind me.
Yeah, he's behind you.
He's behind you. Oh no, he isn't.
Oh yes, he is.
Shut up.
Don't forget the old man.
Don't forget the old man. I don't know why that made me think of you doing an impression of it. If you've played Stalker and you go and speak to Ragman in Rostock, there's a bit where when you speak to him, this is for the audience, when you speak to him, every now and then the conversation finishes and he says, "Don't forget the old man." But for some reason, I always think that's Festa doing an impression of, like, I don't know, one of his old spoon-rattling relatives or something.
Harry H. Colbert would have stepped out. Yeah, that's the old man.
Don't forget the old man. So I always think of Festa when I speak to Ragman in Rostock. I have many sanding blocks. Many sandings will happen. Watery eyes tonight.
Bill Bolton says, I've got to do what I do every day, sit at me bench. Bill says it's a chill out weekend for me and back to full normality next week now that I'm all sorted out. PJ says I'll be watching the first Grand Prix of the new season, Australia. And the football, yeah, I've been watching the practice, mate. Yeah, that's the thing about Sundays as well. I don't get told the MotoGP and the Formula One scores now. So, yeah. And it's MotoGP Argentina as well this Sunday. So I've got cars and bikes going round in circles. Schwers B or B Schwers says, hello, folks. What's that? Anyone find a Teeks hiding out in here somewhere? Yes, he's further up, mate. Us. Welcome to the chat and the channel, mate. Bit about ourselves. We are just eccentric, stupid Englishmen.
They're idiots as well.
Basically, and yeah, we are what they would call the cigarette butt of the community. You get all these professional shows, and then we come along with this. So, yeah.
Yeah, we're the kind of person that looked at the car in Dumb and Dumber, the one that looks like a dog.
Yeah, but we try to inject as much fun. I'm 5.5, so is Fox. We are man children, and we don't make any apologies for being man children.
Nope.
PJ's been a member for 34 months. Wow, that long already, Page. You need an award, mate, because there's been many a time when you've had to have your Dreyfus quiver, because, yeah, we do mock PJ. Yeah. Bluey car, just saying.
Yeah, Bluey car. Just think how many times in the future that's still going to happen again.
Yeah. Bless him. He's now twitching. I know he is. I know he'd
like to think that there would never be anything else to do with Bluey on either of our channels, but yeah.
I can no longer confirm or deny that may or may not happen.
No. Microsoft do not comment or speculate on rumours and speculation.
Yeah, that infamous.
Thanks for the welcome, says Shrewsbury.
You're most welcome, mate. I always say anyone that takes the time to subscribe the channel is worth a welcome, because, yeah. Because
they're lovely.
It just helps me grow the channel and keeps it alive. It's that simple. So thank you very kindly. for taking the time to do that. Friends forever. So we're
Friends
good,
for
aren't we?
life. BFFs.
Absolutely, mate. And yes.
Excuse me, tickling cough today.
Oh, yes. Yes, well done, PJ. All the B's. Bench, belly, beverage and biscuit. What's on the belly or in the belly? What's on your bench? What is your beverage? And what is your favourite biscuit? PJ's twitching. And also, he says, belly, homemade chili with rice with garlic bread. Bench, a 70-second Revell Red Arrows Hulk with an HT1, actually building 9 of them for a special diorama. Oh, nice. A beverage is Brew Dog beer. Oh, nice. Edward says, can't figure out how to add a message to the milestone thing. Okay. Beishras says, you are the same as me, playing with plastic and drinking paint water. Beer. It's definitely beer. James is in, says, evening, Colin Fox and all the chat. Athol says, 34 months, PJ, and they've not found you out yet. What's going on down south these days? Mate, nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing, mate. We just,
To quote whatever that film was, biscuits.
Biscuits.
What's in the bag? Biscuits.
Yeah, biscuits.
Was that Lock, Stock or something?
I think it was, yeah.
Was it in Bruges, or was it in
either
Bruges?
Lock, Stock or Snatch, wasn't it? One of the two. But
What's in the bag? Biscuits. I've never seen it. I've been told that.
yeah, it was one of those truly identical Guy Ritchie films of the era.
Yeah. I think the only sort of London gangster type movie I've ever watched is In Bruges. I don't even know if that counts.
Colin Farrell, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I was watching something on YouTube, and as usual, they're doing the fighting with the ads. So I've got a few days of having to watch ads until the ad blocker kicks back in again. And there was an advert for some, and I'm going to guess it's Guy Ritchie, some new Guy Ritchie film. And I'm like, this trailer just looks like all the other trailers for all his other films. It's oh, look, we're in London, and here's a shotgun. Yes, and there you go.
Edward's asking, did my milestone thing go through? Not yet, mate. And then he says 29 months. I've got no idea how to do that, mate. I've never done it on YouTube, so...
No, that's the point. I can't remember either how you do it.
Yeah, so I've got no idea. Anyone in the chat that's done it, can they let Edward know how to do it? But it's something I've never had to do, so I am the world's worst person. You're talking to the bloke who never actually pimps his own work on YouTube, so yeah, come on.
We're up to Edward Leonard says 29 months. James says, A up shiny git PJ. Antiques says, belly, taters and bacon and spinach. Ooh, nice and simple.
Oh, nice one.
Bench, that cuckoo clock. He's repairing his grandfather's cuckoo clock.
Yeah, I've been watching that in the Mobbert chat, mate.
Yeah, it's quite fascinating. We've been looking at his pictures, and apparently he says it's almost repaired now, but the cuckoo's a bit static.
Yeah.
Beverage and beer. And Phil Bolton is nomming on a bag of Walmart kettle chips.
Oh, nice.
Bench, an ancient Monogram US torpedo bomber kit. Beverage, Diet Pepsi.
Oh, nice one.
I'm nomming on nothing, and I have water.
I've got a cup of tea. I've got my juice of juiceness, and some, how can we say, bars of urgentness.
Yes.
What else is there? Edward says it showed up on my feed, but I couldn't comment when I sent it. That is weird, mate.
I don't know.
Like I say, it's something I've never had to do, mate. So, yeah, I'm not the person to ask, mate, because I'm pretty useless. So.
I think I've done it once, but I had to ask the people in the chat at the time how to do it.
Yeah.
They had to tell me how to do it, because I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
It's like the one time I went on to watch a stream on Twitch. I had no idea how to do any of the chat stuff, so I just gave up and didn't.
Yeah.
You young kids with your Twitch nonsense. I don't know.
Does that mean they're all doing bluey cars then if they're all twitching? Sorry, PJ.
Yeah, there must be bluey cars all over the place.
Sorry, mate. Just as he's recovering, he's got Daniel
bluey
Wilkinson.
everywhere.
Yeah, I know he is. What else have we got? PJ says to Edward, you hit the dollar sign. When the pop-up appears, you can type on the line near the bottom. Hope this helps. Thank you very much, PJ, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Edward says it doesn't matter. Cheers, Colin to hell. Thank you very, very much, Edward. And yeah, I mean, I spoke to Fox before I put up my thing regarding the Sunday show, because you know what I'm like. I got myself into a 4-day tizzy thinking I was letting everyone down. And yeah, he's like, dude, you're going to have to put the message up at some point because people will wonder whether it's coming back or not. And
just to keep them in the loop.
I felt that I was just disappointing people, you know what I mean? And,
yeah, well, it's just imposter syndrome. We all get that. That's natural. Whenever you do anything, like this, you're always going to get imposter syndrome. Just that feeling of, you know.
Yeah, big thanks to H as well. She gave me a very good reasoned opinion as well, you know. And
it didn't involve like slapping or anything.
No, not at all, you know. She said, but look at what you've been having to do recently when you've done them Sunday shows, you know. You've dragged yourself downstairs, done the show, and been rough all afternoon afterwards. You know, you need to recharge, and you're not letting yourself do that. So
weekend is your reload.
Yeah, so reload. You know, I'll probably drop the occasional Wednesday stream in. I've had a thought about it, and so keep an eye out, folks. But my next target will be rebooting the E-Models Monday. Once I'm able to feel confident that I can deliver what E-Models want, you know, and they're not saying you've got to do it this way or that way, but what I mean by that is dedicate a dedicated schedule to it without me suddenly disappearing again, because it's not fair on them otherwise. So when I feel that I can give them back what I was giving them before, then that'll be getting rebooted, folks. And that'll leave them probably a Wednesday slot where I drop something in, not scheduled, but I'll just do the occasional Wednesday stream, and I'll either do it solo or I'll have guests on, you know, and I can say, well, this week and my guest is this person, and the following week it might be someone else. So just keep an eye out, folks.
And just be warned, he's also mentioned a daily Weavy stream, just so you know.
My own channel's live content will only go out now Monday to Fridays, folks.
Yeah, weekend time is weekend time now.
Pretty much, you know.
We're old. We need time to rest.
Oh yeah, it's the right time. So there you go. Athol's gonna go. It's kipping time for us oldies. Take care, mate. Thank you very much for coming in.
Yes.
I've got a question. B. Shrewers, have you got a first name there? Because I sound rather informal referring to you that way. Have you got a nickname you would prefer us to use? Let us know, mate. But Belly is Chili, Bench, GW Brutalis, Dreadnought, Beverage, Stout. He's got some stout.
Stout fellow.
Stout.
Given the fact that that they were asking about teaks, does that mean you're a fellow crazy Dutchman?
Yeah.
Or lady.
Yeah, please don't put anything in the chat where you want me to talk Dutch, because I will destroy your language.
Please do type things for Festas to say in Dutch.
TK knows this from previous experience.
Flemish is even funnier.
Yeah.
Especially if it's got anything to do with, like, car insurance and things like that.
Yeah, I don't forget, TK. That's the thing. I don't forget.
He's like an elephant. He never forgets. I think that's what the graffiti was saying anyway. I know half of that was correct.
Yeah. I don't know which half, but yeah.
Somebody does.
Yeah. I will attempt, don't get me wrong, but it ain't. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't make a girl a promise if you know you can't keep it. Yes, most of us understood your health issues and figured you'd be back when you felt up to it, says Phil.
Thank you very kindly, mate.
Bill says your channel, your rules, never feel bad about looking after yourself. I think like pretty much everybody accepts that.
Of course they do. Oh yeah, but you know what I'm like. I'm a chronic. Yeah. You know. So
I think we've long since weeded anybody out that would have been like, oh, you don't do a show. It's like, yeah, but they're not around anymore. People like that.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Since it's been something of a tradition, says Teeks, I think we should let my friend Shrewsbury choose a different Dutch word for fox this time.
Good man. Well done. I concur, Teeks.
Shrewsbury, by the way, Teeks just misspelled your name. Obviously, you should hit him for that. He, I am Dutch, and yes, I know Teeks.
I feel your pain.
For far too long, he says.
Yeah, we feel your pain. Should we start a GoFundMe?
Yeah.
I've known him 50 years, man and boy. Yeah.
Man and boy, I remember when this was all fields.
Don't get the old man.
Don't forget the old man. Now, anytime anybody plays Stalker 2 and they meet that guy, they'll always think of you now, Festa.
Absolutely, mate. Poor people, you poor people. Haven't think of me.
Don't forget the old man. He's also got a proper 1980s moustache on him as well, which is quite fun.
Oh, one of those little thin line ones, yeah?
Yeah, he looks straight out of... He looks like he just walked off the set of The Bill in the mid-80s.
Yeah.
He looks like one of the background CID actors that never gets any lines, but he's always there filing.
Yeah, I got to shoot Bill. He's just given me an earworm that I never thought I'd have. He says, if you repeat yourself, is that double Dutch? I've now got that Malcolm McLaren record in my head now.
I don't remember how it goes, so I'm immune. Although actually I've got some Vangelis stuck in my brain at the minute, so...
Jeff Light says, Belly earlier was Shepherd's, mint salts and peas. Oh, road trip. Bench is a brick, BMW and sidecar. Nice one. Beverage, currently a well-deserved Bacardi and lemonade. There you go, mate. Nice one.
Please tell me the word pie was missing from that comment, Jeff, says PJ, because he was having the Shepherd's.
Yeah. That's what he did there.
I was going to say Shepherd's what, but...
Yeah.
How about beer brewerage? Beer brewery. Beer brewery, which is beer brewery, I guess.
Yeah, you're doing well there, Fox, I must admit.
Beer brewery. Beer brewery. It's the R-I-J, which is rye, is it? I guess it's pronounced beer.
Don't ask me, mate. What are you asking me for?
Yeah, that was far too short and simple for us. We need a really long compound word that we struggle with.
Absolutely, is a sign of desperation that you reached out and. Yeah, it's like really.
Well, I took that grenade for you there, Fester. I thought if I jump on that grenade, you'll be safe.
Yeah,
so that means you've got to do the next one. So.
Why on earth would you ask me? Need to get out more, mate.
Beer, I guess that's a brewery then. Beer brewery. Too easy, says Teeks. Oh, Teeks knows the kind of words.
I would do. He's Dutch.
No, I mean he knows the kind of words that trip us up.
Yeah.
He wouldn't give us something easy.
Oh God, no.
No.
Put it this way, those that remember the E-Models Monday, just think of that Japanese nuclear physicist. What's his name? Fukushima.
Or the nuclear power plant.
Yeah, that's like, Went well, didn't it, mate?
Yeah, Festa discussing science matters and got a swear block.
Yeah, it's like,
There's one for you. Tix has put one in for you.
No worries, mate. I'll have a look in a sec. I'm just gluing a tank to my chassis.
I like. Jeff Light says, "Oops, yes, PJ, proofreading has gone AWOL again." Bill says, "Talking of music, the song we grew up." I'll start that again. Talking of music, the songs we grew up are now the music of the late 1900s.
Langs Fang Stands Bommenwerper.
Ooh. Yeah, I'd say the same.
I would assume.
Bommen.
God, if that's correct, I'm going to be going, yeah, I speak Dutch now, don't I, gang?
Yeah, Lang Fan Stands Bommenwerper. Bommenwerper? I don't know what Verper is, though. Launcher? Bomb. Is it a bomb dropping plane? Or is it like a big poop? I don't know. Squeezing poop and dropping stinking? I don't know.
He's bad, isn't he?
So give me a hint there, Teeks. You've been playing this game longer, so Shrewsbury. That was an easy one for Teeks, actually. Given what he normally gives us.
Yeah, but I think he's like, yeah, I know how bad
He's easing
it
us in,
gets.
isn't he?
Yeah, he knows how bad we are, doesn't he?
He's
Like,
lulling us into a false sense of, oh, he's giving us easy ones, then he'll give us...
Yeah, he's going to give us something that's going to be...
like the Dutch word for annually renewing motor insurance or something.
Yeah.
Long distance bomber plane. Oh yeah, Okay, Lang. Well, obviously Lang is long, isn't it? Like German. Stand. I didn't know stand. Bommenwerper. Verp. That's the noise the TARDIS makes. Whoop. I like massacring other languages. It's always very funny. Unless you're actually a person from that country, in which case it's probably very insulting.
I'm good at it. You might have noticed. What bit's there? It's that one, Cole, isn't it?
I think the thing I love about like the languages that have big, long compound words like Dutch and German and stuff is that when you're trying to read like a foreign language, like French, I did French at school. I speak a little tiny bit, but I can read it slowly. So I can read it out loud slowly. But if you give me something like German or anything with long compound words, it's just like a sentence full of caltrops. You just trip over them all the time. But you can't read them fast. You just fall over your own tongue. It's like Welsh.
We end up being tongue-tied, don't we, you know?
Yeah.
Welsh, no disrespect, always sounds to me that the people saying the words are gargling.
Yeah.
It's got that sort of raspy, guttural thing, you know, like some German dialect can be a bit like that, can't it?
It can be very guttural. Although then sometimes you get like a very soft-spoken woman who speaks, and it's quite relaxing then.
Yeah.
Speaks gently. But Welsh is one of those languages where the letters aren't what you think they are.
Yeah.
A bit like Gaelic.
Yeah.
Like the Irish leaders called the Taoiseach, but it's not spelt like that.
No,
if you didn't know how it was pronounced, you wouldn't be able to pronounce it by looking at the word.
Isn't it all derived from Celtic?
Yeah, it's all like the Celtic languages and stuff.
That side of the country, isn't it? West Country and all of that. Like, it's all got that sort of origin, isn't it?
I was watching Colbert the other night, late night with Stephen Colbert, and he said, and the Irish leader, and it put the word Taoiseach on the screen, and he went, how.to, I think that's how it's pronounced. Oh, bless him. Yeah, Gaelic, Scottish and Irish Gaelic, they can sound fantastic, those languages.
Oh, yeah, all day long.
Good luck trying to learn them. I never have, and it's because you're so used to the way the letters that you look at, the way they sound to you speaking English, or whatever your language is. Then to suddenly find a language use the same letters, but they're pronounced totally differently, is like, what?
Yeah.
I always find it amusing that there are some accents that sound completely different when they're softly spoken.
Yes.
Usually by a woman, like Geordie.
Yeah.
Geordie accent by a bloke is just a Geordie accent. But I used to work with a lady who had the most softly spoken voice, and she was like a proper Geordie. But it was like it was lovely to listen to because she just spoke it softly. And it was like, it's really nice when you speak it softly.
It's like H, you know, she's very sort of crofty with her Scottish accent because she's from sort of Findorn, right up in Morrisshire, so she's got that sort of Highland ring to her, you know. It's
gentle Highland lilt.
Yeah. Unless she's annoyed with me, and then it's like full blown,
Then it goes Glasgow.
Yeah. Rhapsody Nesbitt. Hey, Mary Hin.
Yeah, she goes from Mrs. McClackerty to like your great bampot highway in Balmaid. I think that is the most Scottish name ever, Mrs. McClackerty.
Oh yeah.
I don't know where I've got it from, but it's there somewhere. Oh, it's Mrs. McClackerty from number 3.
Wasn't that Supergran? I don't know. Trying to think.
Supergran. Yeah, Supergran was Scottish.
Yeah, there was. Yeah. It was a very typecast accent on UK TV back in the early 70s, wasn't it? Scottish. It was. Yeah, it was like, yeah, Scots people must have really had the ump when they saw some of the programs going out down south, you know, and well, that's not how we speak. You can just imagine it, can't you?
We don't sound like that at all.
Because all we ever had on our TV to do with Scots back then was it Andy Williams, Donald, where's your trousers, that bloke?
Yeah, you get Andy Williams, Hogmanay at New Year, and Billy Connolly, and that was it.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, Billy Connolly's once a year interview on Parky, and
yeah. But then we got like Channel 4 series Absolutely, which was Scottish.
Yeah,
that opened it up. Ramsey Nesbitt.
So yeah, it was not really a big thing, was it, back then? But very stereotyped.
The funny thing is, my dad was born and bred in Glasgow, but he didn't have an accent. He spoke like me because he moved down when he was about 20.
Used to be a programme, was it Take the High Road?
You take the high road and I'll take the low road. I'll be in Scotland. Yeah. Was it a soap or was it? I can't remember what it was now.
Oh, I don't know. I just remember the name of it, mate.
Yeah. You take the high road.
That's it now. See, he's got an earworm.
Hey. Got the accent stuck in my head now.
Yeah, you're going to be Scottish now for the next 15 minutes, aren't you?
All right.
Use some of that, my son. Get you in there.
Bill says, now say, Llanfair, Poolgrin, Gilio, Gogari. I always get stuck in the middle. Gogari, Hrindrob, Willan, Cilio, Gogogo. Colin. So you've got to do it now as well.
No, I've got to do nothing, mate.
He does address it to you.
So I do what I want, when I choose, and I'm not trying that one.
Fight through the tears, Bill. You'll never get your wish.
Absolutely. You can do what you want, Fox. I'm not falling for it.
No, it's not me that was asking.
Try and guilt me. It's not going to happen. I know my limitations, mate.
Ow, I stabbed myself.
That's your punishment for trying to force me to do something I didn't want to do.
Shrews B says, this is harder than it seems. There's too much English in my head. And there's another one. Do you want to have a go at that one?
2 secs. Could I just glue my bit in my chassis, mate?
You glue Oh, the chassis. Oh. You and your chassis.
Bless him.
Bill says, I keep telling myself I'm going to learn, then end up behind people in a queue talking in Welsh, and I'm like, nope, not going to happen.
I always thought Welsh was compulsory in Welsh schools. Am I wrong then?
There's always been a long campaign to give it more prominence.
Yeah, I would have thought being the native language, it would have been more prevalent, but...
It was suppressed by the English for a long time. And
you're joking.
Yeah.
Oh, for crying out loud.
But yeah, there's movements now to bring it back. But so many people in Wales don't speak Welsh. So
that surprises me.
Yeah.
What we got? What's that? Mebu makers supple dings in a stewit toot. Which I dread to think is probably the most profanity-filled word ever. So, yeah.
I'm going to hazard a guess only because I played Medal of Honor Frontline, which had Operation Market Garden, where you go into like Nijmegen and places like that, and it has a sign saying Moibel or Mobile, how you pronounce it, which I think is furniture. So I guess that's furniture maker something.
Furniture Makers Workshop.
Yeah, Institute. Although I keep reading subline as exploded. It's the furniture exploding department. Also known as buying stuff from B&M.
Absolutely. Right,
all the Dutch words I know I learned from Medal of Honor.
Got so much to answer for then, yeah?
Yep. I can describe the Nijmegen Bridge in great detail.
Put that in there. Good days.
Bill says it took me 15 years to say it right the first time, the Lanfair PG.
Proud of you, soldier.
Shrewsbury says Welsh as a term comes from a root word meaning people we don't understand.
There you go.
Bobbin says, I believe Welsh was invented by people with severe frostbite. They were shivering so badly they couldn't talk or spell properly.
Could you imagine the Scrabble points that some of these words are worth?
Oh, God, yeah.
Just in case, Fox, look at that. Lovely chassis.
Oh, you tart.
Get him every time.
Wait.
Chassis. Chassis.
Shut up. I'm going to ban you.
Yeah, you would as well.
I would as well. I'm a cheap date.
I had heard.
I think Welsh was invented by someone whose worst enemy used to make road signs for a living. It was just a way to get back. It was like an ex-girlfriend or boyfriend of someone that did all the road signs. Oh, the funniest thing I ever heard was read an article, and it was one of these hilarious like goofs by the highways department.
Oh right, yeah.
Somebody was sorting out, like, they had to do some roadworks in Wales.
Yeah.
So the highways agency made some phone calls to get some signage made that just said, you know, like diversion until this date and go this way and this road is closed and stuff.
Yeah.
But it needs to be in English and in Welsh because it was in Wales. So they phoned this office to get the translation. And they sent an email saying, can you give us the Welsh for these signs, please? And they got this email back, so they made these road signs.
Yeah.
And all the road signs, basically in English, said, diversion at this road from this date to this date.
Yeah.
And in Welsh it said, I'm currently out of the office. I'll be back on the 17th of June.
Oh, no.
It was just an auto reply, and they just thought that was all they got back, so they just put that on the road sign. Oh, so funny.
So special.
Yeah. He sent us some Welsh. That must be what it is. Okay. Oh, dear.
I think every single time I've been to Wales, it's been hooning it down.
I've only been to Wales twice.
Yeah.
In my life. Twice?
Yeah. I don't know whether that's just the climate there, but I've never gone there and it's been sunny.
I went once and it was mild, but I was in Rhyl, so it was by default depressing anyway.
All those that live in Rhyl, apologies for the guru there.
This is in the early 90s. It's much better now.
Oh, that was a neatly applied handbrake there, Fox. Well done, dear.
It was pretty bad. That's where I saw the shop that was called Dave's Stolen Mobile Phone Shop.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. And an abandoned fairground.
Apparently it's Furniture Makers Training Institute. Yeah. You were far
Medal of Honor taught me well.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I'm mightily impressed, young Foxykins.
I remember it was a billboard that said something or other Merbles, and it had a picture of like a cabinet, so I guessed it was furniture.
Yeah.
I like the word though.
Hey, it's a good word. Word of the day. Word of the day. Boom, boom, boom. Word of the day.
Word of the day. Word of the day.
Let's have a swig of juicy pops.
Mm-hmm.
Natasha's in, says I Festa and chat. Hello, Natasha. Hello,
Natasha.
darling.
Bill says Rillians would agree it's dire. And Edward says hello to Tash.
There you go.
Oh. It's also where I lock my Ford Sierra car keys in the boot of my Ford Sierra and to get the RSE out. That was clever. Yeah. That was not one of my finer moments. Where's the car keys? In the boot. Where's the boot? It's closed.
Yes, oh dear. Oh dear.
Right, I need some thick glue. Thick glue.
Everyone say hello to Tasha there. The infamous crafting budgie, mama.
Mm-hmm. Which one goes? That goes there, like that. You'll see.
Yeah, I know.
I like to glue it. Do you know?
What's that, my young manus?
You know the acclaimed electronic musician Vangelis?
Yeah, you may have mentioned him 50 million times, but carry on, dear.
I was reading about him today for various
right.
reasons, and I was amazed to find out that like very little is known about him. Somehow, in this modern age,
Yeah.
despite being in the public light, nothing's like nobody knew where he lived, where his studio was. It's not even confirmed that he's ever been married. He apparently says it's thought that he's been married 3 times.
Yeah.
But nobody knows for sure. It's like how to be a celebrity and yet at the same time.
Yeah, but isn't that the perfect way to be a celebrity?
Yeah.
I certainly think it is.
Yeah. I don't know how he pulled it off, but he managed to do it brilliantly. In that it just
because
nobody
too
knew
many
anything
of
about
them live their life on social media, and there's one there that is totally under the radar. I admire that, to be honest.
I mean, his ethos was always, I make the music. I don't do it for any other reason than just to make the music.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
yeah. I had no kids. So it's like, because I was reading a post and somebody said, I wonder what happened to all his equipment.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. Nobody knows where his studio was.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow.
So how did he find his way home?
That's a deep cut, that is. I give you 10 points for that.
Yeah, you like that one.
Yeah, but there's only one downside to that. It's in my head now, you get.
I know. See, I've got my uses. PJ's at home going, face palm. I know he is. I am
very impressed by that because so many people don't even know about John and Vangelis. I'll give you points for that. I'm very impressed with that. You've come up in my estimation.
I'm so happy now. I'm going to sleep so well knowing that.
Yeah. It's in my head. God damn it.
I know. Earworm.
Oh, you absolute monkey wrench. Biscuits.
Oh, dear. This is how it is. We do like to get in each other's heads with earworms. And
we do like to just annoy the parts of each other.
Yeah, my work is complete.
Who was that masked man?
Yeah, the early morning earworm has been won by me tonight.
You see, I can't do anything about it because I can't like hum it because we're on a live stream and I can't hum it. That's a really stupid thing to do. So it's like,
yeah,
but I was quite impressed, like to be a celebrity, but yet be completely.
Yeah, but isn't that admirable? I think it is.
It's very admirable. It's very impressive. It's the way to be.
To be honest with you, I think it's really admirable.
Yeah. Dee.
Da, 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 da. I nearly hummed it then. I stopped myself. Da, da, da. Yeah.
Just go into club singer mode. They'll never catch you.
Heady, ho. You better watch.
You won't catch me now, copper.
It's a fair cop, governor. Don't forget the old man.
Don't forget the old man. Oh, he's got this little crooked smile when he says it.
There you go. Right. What's that? Takes plan DTM works. Wooden mallet works too, but requires more explaining to the missus. He's going to sign off. My beer is nearly done, and so is my energy for today. Enjoy the builds. Thank you so much for coming in and subscribing as well, mate. Look forward to seeing you again in the future. Stay safe and well, my friend.
Welcome and thank you for coming in. It's nice to know Teeks has actual friends.
Oh, that's cruel.
Other than us.
Anyone who wants to reach out to TK in his time of depression, feel free.
Well, I got to start thinking it's just us because we're the worst friends in the world because we're just rubbish.
Email TK. It hurts me so much at throughthetears.com.
We don't have any mercy, do we?
We don't. We are absolute evil git faces, mate.
We just don't do sympathy or mercy.
No. I don't have a sympathetic bone in my body, as the wife often says. I am an emotionless husk.
I used to be very sympathetic and thoughtful. Then I met like Festa and I met Paul Stewart.
Yeah, it's got
Chris
you
Williams.
in trouble at the hospital before, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah.
Because, you know, me and Mum start... Because it's like me and Festa and Paul Stewart and Chris Williams, all of our like this take the mickey out of, especially Paul Stewart.
Oh, we've got a brutal sense of put-downs with each other, haven't we?
Yeah. So I got like that way with Mum, and then she took it on board and got that way with me, and then you go into hospital and we're doing all this back and forth, and the nurses are like,
yeah.
It's normal. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, you don't know this bloke called Festa, do you? His stickers are in many hospitals throughout the UK. And yes, they are, folks. It is our thing.
Oh, yeah.
H started it, and it's just grown. It's like, yeah.
You know, the worst thing is, right, in many hospitals, there's some poor, like, support staffer whose job it is to, like, you know, manage the resources and contractors and stuff. And they've wasted hours trying to figure out who this supplier called Festa 67's workshop is that they need to figure out if they're paying them or something.
Absolutely.
Like, we got the sticker on the back of this monitor. Did we get it from that? I don't know. Let me look them up. I can't find this Festa thing anywhere.
Yeah.
Have we paid him? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, the wife puts all the shop cards on every notice board. It's brilliant. It's so funny.
Somewhere there's an accountant having a nervous breakdown because he's got a supplier name and no book to go with it.
Yeah. Like when the gas man come, I know this room. I've seen this room. I said, I've been in here before. I said, that's your first time. He said, that's enough. I said, and then I switched the computer on. He's like, that's it. He said, I'm on your channel. He said, I'm one of your subscribers. Hello, mate. He said, show us the bus. It's like, yeah, it's just behind you.
Show us the bus.
He left armed with shop cards and stickers and yeah.
Oh, yeah. Muse is in. It says Cole and Foxy. Hello, Muse.
Oh, good preemptive warning there, geez.
Yeah, I thought I'd better let you know.
My hands are
I did
not
it subtly
off the
so
bench.
she doesn't know that you hadn't noticed.
No,
Yeah.
my hands are not off the bench because I'm typing at all. Just thought I'd clarify that.
He's scratching a thing. He's scratching a thing.
That sound of a scrolling mouse isn't happening at all. There's no clicking or anything to be heard.
And if there is, he's probably just shopping on Amazon or something.
I see what I did there.
You see what I did there?
Yeah.
Oh, no, don't sing it. Oh, you had to pick the most earwormy John and Vangelis song, you absolute biscuit.
Yeah, absolutely, mate.
And I can't swear at you because it's not the dumb thing. Oh, just absolute...
Yes. Yeah, does it end in Womble?
It ends in a lot of things. It ends in charges.
Natasha's got to go ready to go to hospital to see a doctor. Have a great stream. Yeah, no worries, love. You take care. Bye.
Thanks for coming in. Take care. I'm not that deaf, says Muse. I hear it, she says.
Yeah,
She
I
says,
never said
I hear
anything
it.
about deafness, Muse, at all. That was Fox, did it?
I said nothing. I'm not even here.
But yeah, it's...
I don't even have words. So don't blame me.
And yes, we are all scared. Behave yourselves now, folks. Marcy is in the chat.
Yep.
And she'll be taking
Shenanigans
notes.
over.
Yeah, she'll be taking notes. And yeah.
Oh, I've just pinged his hand off, you absolute hand pinger. That's a Dutch word.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Hand pinger. Hand pinger offer.
Where did I put that? Where did it go?
It went to the place. It went to the place.
I've been good as well. I've stood up.
Oh, good lad.
No, without prompting as well. Oh.
Well, you're never going to get that pole dancer certificate if you don't practice, are you, so?
Yeah, that's a coveted award, that is, mate.
Yeah. Although they really need to make sure that they stop their certificates looking like ones you get on Word.
I've seen that before.
Because, you know,
Do I
it
put
doesn't
down?
count as proof, does it? You asked me. No, don't sing it. Oh, God. I hate you so much. I hate you so much.
Yeah, just remember, monetisation, Dave, don't mind.
I know, that's why I've not done it. That's
I
why I
know.
can't do it. That's why it's so frustrating. Oh.
It's actually really comical because deep down I know he's hating it.
Yeah, because it's such an earwormy song. It's a great song, but it's just like the most earwormy song. It's like, it's almost as bad as Spanish Flea. Ooh, many accessories. Okay.
PJ's really helping. Brilliant. Marcy says, yes, it's time for a stretch. Absolutely, my darling. See, I do listen. Honest. Please tell H that I listen, please.
No chance.
Damn.
You can't afford that bill. You can't afford to pay that bill. I've got a suddenly really runny nose.
Oh, dear. I haven't been told for a while to stop picking on the well-spoken man, so I must be doing something right.
Yeah, either that or you're slacking because you've not been picking on me.
I know.
Or she just hasn't noticed. You've got more stealthy with it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Edward says, I hope you're getting a little break from your dad, Marcy. Yeah, all big hugs there, Marcy, by the way. Yeah. Bless her.
He's behaving rather well tonight, so don't jinx it, lol, she says.
Try me best. Believe you me, it is difficult. It really is.
Like Festa's the only person that ever got a negative score on the marshmallow test.
I am that kid in class that's desperately tried not to stare at the school teacher's bum as she bends over and not succeeding. Yeah.
I remember when I was in infant school. Get this, infant school no less. I was 5 or 6 or something, 7.
Yeah.
And we used to have a teacher, and she used to write on the blackboard. Of course, this is in the 7th. Turn away.
Yeah.
In a very tight dress, and I was a very young lad, but even then I understood some of the attractive elements of the female form.
Oh yeah.
I used to sit there mesmerised.
Yeah. We had this geography teacher that was absolutely stunning. And it's like, old us lads, he's like a big orderly queue. Morning, miss, you're looking lovely. Yeah, oh, mate, yeah. Yeah, bless her.
We had a standing French teacher for a while, a supply French teacher. She said.
Yeah, we was all so well behaved in her class, you know. You never had to carry anything in the school. Nothing. Yeah. Yeah, no. It's always a gaggle of kids. Yeah, I'll carry that for you. Yeah, it looks heavy, miss. I'll do that for you. She used to snigger to herself. It's like, yeah, she knew.
We got a supply French teacher for about 6 months in the same scenario. We learned no French at all. She was absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
And French.
I know. She had that really soft.
Like, we were all like 15, 16. It's like...
Yeah. Oh, it's full of hormones.
It's funny because all the French textbooks we had...
Yeah, go on, carry on.
Well, all the French textbooks we had were like from 1973, and all the men had massive moustaches, and all the women were really ugly. So this beautiful woman turns up, and it's like,
yeah.
We learned nothing.
Absolutely not, mate. It's just like there used to be a chat group. This is how long ago it was. Friends Reunited. Do you remember that website?
Good God, I remember that. I was like
and you used to have one for the school that we all went to, and her name was often dropped in the group, and all the replies were "schwing, schwing." It's like, yeah. Yeah. Anyone remember Miss Teague? Oh, yeah. Just imagine all these blokes going, oh, my God. Yeah. Oh, dear.
I used to work in an office, and one of the managers, there was one of the secretaries, receptionist, which was absolutely beautiful, and she was really lovely. And one of the bosses, who was a really nasty person, we all got to snigger behind his back one day because he came out. She was called Melanie.
Oh, right, yeah.
And he came out one day and said something to her, but called her Melons by mistake.
I know.
She was
brutal.
She was a generously proportioned lady. And he said melons, then he realised what he said, and we were all like, when she was blushing, it was like, oh, he lost all his credibility at that
You're
point.
basically saying the top drawer of the filing cabinet extended on extra long runners. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
But she took it in good fun, because then we called them melons from that point on. But that boss never lived there. I think he left shortly anyway.
Oh, brilliant. His quiet voice went very loud, bless him. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's like, hello, Melon. Oh.
Of course, everyone else is.
Yeah. We're all just like, so then when he tried to be like a boss and tell us what to do, we'd just be like, hello, melons.
Oh, dear.
He was nicknamed the greengrocer from that point on.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he had no authority from that point on. It was just like,
no.
I have to leave on.
Yeah, any semblance of authority was wiped out. Yeah.
Gone.
At least she took it in good stride, because nowadays, that would have been, whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, she thought it was hilarious. She couldn't stand him either. She thought it was hilarious. Excuse me, burpularity. One burping curry rice and chips. Ooh, I've got a tin mug on my screen.
It's the way you get a group of fellas that are eyeing up a bit of eye candy, and then when they turn round, you get a row of blokes immediately turn round to look at a stop smoking sign or don't buy fireworks sign, you know. Yeah, and it's like, yeah, we're kidding no one. They know.
Yeah, all suddenly innocent. Wait, what?
Yeah. Oh, look, what's that up there? And it's like a fly paper. It's like, yeah.
Look up there. It's the...
I really wanted to read this pamphlet. Yeah. So,
this pamphlet on STI. Oh.
yeah, STDs, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she walks past you there with like a chlamydia booklet in your hand or something.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
There's just no coming back from that, is there? It's like, I wanted to read that.
Yeah, there used to be a receptionist at the GP that was an absolute stunner. And every time I sort of went in the surgery, I was like, please don't look at her. Please don't look at her, because H would have known, and I would have been so in the doghouse. It's like, I was so glad when they bought in, what's his name, auto check-in, you know, and yeah, it's like, I don't have to go up there anymore now. But yeah.
Oh, yeah, you just on the big iPad on the counter.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, don't make eye contact, Cole. Don't make eye contact. Yeah.
What was it in The Singing Detective when he was getting like
the bed bath? You used to think of Margaret Thatcher or something, wasn't it? Yeah, think of Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah.
Think of Margaret Thatcher
and things like that.
Yeah.
Where does this go? It goes in a place.
Yeah, Marcy, I think you're absolutely correct. She says, yeah, it's a good way to get fired now. There's no humour left in the world. And isn't it a shame that harmless banter isn't a thing that you can have now for fear of? Because, you know, most people would have took that on the chin and had a giggle about it. But nowadays, you've got to be so on guard constantly. Sad, it really is.
On guard. I'm doing everything off camera. With a spoon.
Swing laugh out loud. Austin Powers said yes. Edward Leonard, sorry, mate. I stupidly thought I could read the chat for a minute. What's that, dear?
Oh, yeah. Showing. No, go. You read it.
You carry on, mate. You carry on. I stupidly interrupted you.
I was just going to say, And I was going to say, I'm going to use some of my coffee stirrers.
Oh, there you go.
Duck board for this gun.
I'm proud of you, soldier.
That's scratch building stuff. That's good for me. That. It's not often I do scratch building.
Been doing a lot of that lately. I'm so proud. He's done a Festa thing as well that I can't talk about.
Super gluing stuff to other stuff.
I'm so proud of him.
Hey, I've forgotten now.
Yeah.
I'll just say yes. What? I've forgotten.
Absolutely. Bill says doctors aren't amused when you tell them you have the heart of a 20-year-old and you keep it in a box under your bed. Yeah, I did a faux pas like that once that I can't say on air. But yeah.
Steady now.
Yeah, the world has lost its sense
Bill
of
says,
humour.
I had an A&E doctor called Dr. Watson. Sherlock Holmes jokes were used in abundance. All right. Well, have you seen any of the ITV comedies? Yeah, absolutely. Tick says, dudes, have a nice stream. I'm off. Take care,
Teeks. Thanks for coming in, mate, and catch up with you soon, mate. Love to your family and hugs to your little daughters.
Yep. All right.
Oh, it's nice to see Teeks.
All the hugs. Nice to see Teeks.
And we was very well behaved tonight. We didn't mock him in any way.
No, we must be slacking. Or we're out of practice.
We are slacking, aren't we? I mean, I'm quite proud of us. Yeah.
Yeah. How you getting on with your fire truck there, buddy?
All right, mate. It's coming together very well, mate. I'm happy. I'm still working on my chassis. And, yeah. Marcy says, let's just say the Hindenburg was mentioned, oh dear. She says, yeah, I had a go at a guy the other day on Facebook about his profession. He's into those hydrogen-run vehicles. Ah, right. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I had one talking about the positives of certain leaders at the moment, and I'm like, yeah, let's not get into a political debate. There seems to be a bit of anti-Tesla sentiment at the moment, isn't there? And I'm like, yeah, I'm staying out of that one.
Yeah, not getting involved in that one, thank you very much.
Mum and Winnie are seriously thinking about writing to Keir Starmer again. So it's like, oh, God, something's upset them.
Oh.
I don't know what. I didn't get any further than the speed dusting.
Again?
Yeah.
Did they do it? Did they do the last one they were going to do? Did they get around to it?
Yeah, they sent it. Yeah. Well, Mum even said, I got in there. She said that I don't think that your mother would be very proud of you. I'm like, Mum, he's not going to listen to you, love. Come on. So I gave him a bit of my mind. So.
Mama Festa is the only person in the world. Your mum is the only person in the world that can get a head wobble into a letter.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she proper goes for it. It's quite sweet in a way, but when she's writing to the Prime Minister and threatening to box his ears, it's like, yeah, you can't make threats to the Prime Minister, Mum. You've got to be careful. What's he gonna do? Or
if you're going to, at least put your age, like, you know.
Yeah,
yours, Mama Festa age, whatever.
Yeah,
so they can know, they can ignore it.
And you got Winnie in the background going, "What can he do to me? I mean, be mind these." It's like, yeah, right win. It's like, oh, really? Them two? Oh, mate, we don't call them the Anadin sisters for nothing.
It could be worse. They could be planning a road trip to London, which would be even worse.
Oh God, I wouldn't put it past Winnie to do that. She's not far away.
Is the public gallery still open in the House of Parliament?
There's a screen on it now, mate. So yeah, it's still, you can still get in there, but it's very how can we say, strictly
Mind you, would Auntie Winnie, if she stood up, would she be like peeking over the top of the handrail?
She wouldn't be spotted, mate, because she's you know, like my micro mum.
Yeah,
you know?
it's just tiny.
That really shocked you, didn't it, my little micro mum?
Yeah, it's tiny.
Yeah, it's
like, just this disembodied voice coming from the public gallery.
Yeah.
And maybe they'd see like the top of a fist waving just above the little railing or something. Top of an umbrella.
That was at Christmas. I said to him, rightio, mate, it's now time you met micro mum. And it was like, yeah, there you go.
Tiny, tiny little creature.
Yeah, it's like, don't be fooled. Do not be fooled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marcy says, yeah, the jerk hated Bidrog and getting called out by one man. A lot of blokes, Marcy, you probably come across this, cannot abide a strong woman, can they?
That's because they're just simpletons.
Yeah, but it's like, why? You know, yeah. I mean, I love it when my missus exerts her opinion because it's good for you, love.
Yeah.
You know. I've had people, especially we had the roof repaired a few years back. We had the soakers go on there, so I had to flash all the lead on the chimney.
Mm-hmm.
And he came in and he started yattering to me about what he was going to do and all that. I said, why are you telling me, mate? I said, she's the one paying your bill. I said, talk to her, mate. Come on. Don't mind. Mm-hmm. She's the one who called you. She's the one who's, you know, paying for it all.
Yep.
But I'll give him credit. He was good because he turned up with a drone. And what he did is he flew the drone up over the roof so that he could show us all the work he had done. Like, you know, and I thought that was a clever touch, that. And it was like, yeah, I like that idea.
That's all right.
So, yeah, but, yeah, I said to him, mate, I said, talk to the lady if you don't mind. He said, I mean, no disrespect, love, he says to her. But, yeah. He says, just one of them things, isn't it? He said, you think you go in and just talk to the bloke? I said, yeah. I said, but at the end of the day...
Yeah, we talked to whoever contacted you. And
that's it. I said, it's her name on your invoice, mate, not mine.
Yeah, you think you walk in and talk to the bloke? Yeah, if you live in the 1970s.
Exactly, and it's like, yeah... I can always remember when we it's a classic. This all Marcy all like this. This is H at her best, and we still talk about this every now and then. Back in the 90s, when we first moved into this house, I ripped all the electric out, the majority of the plumbing, and how we started from scratch. And there was an old back boiler in the lounge, and we had that all ripped out and had the boiler moved out here. And we had the workman turn up, and he came in with his tool bag and he put his dust sheet down, like, and he looked at the wishes. He went, whilst you're there, love, milk and 2 sugars. Well, upstairs, we had the tank being fitted in the loft because the asbestos one was pulled out, and we had the new immersion heater and upstairs piping going in. So she came in with a tray of tea. He stood up with his hand out. She abruptly turned right, up the stairs, gave them all the tea, biscuits and all of that lot, come down and looked at him. I just walked back into the kitchen. Dude, he just didn't know what to do. And he looks at me and I said, don't look at me, mate. You insulted the woman of the house. There's no coming back for you, pal. Honestly, he went thirsty all day, mate.
Yeah,
it was hilarious.
He didn't lose the job.
Because she was up and down, sort of saying to the blokes, just let us know if you want any refreshments, lads. And he's looking at her, and she just looked away and back out. Brilliant.
That'll teach him.
And yeah, it was like, yeah, good for her.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Take no nonsense, give no quarter.
And the boys mention it quite often to her. They do have a giggle. I was like, good for you, mum. She's like, nah. She said, he would have been all right if he hadn't done that. She said, because the kettle was going. She said, but he belittled me in front of my husband. I'm not having it.
Yeah. No. You don't walk into someone's house and treat someone else's...
Absolutely.
You know, someone, or even regardless of husband or wife, just treat the customer like that.
It was just like, yeah.
Takes some special kind of student.
He looks at me. I said, don't look at me, mate. I said, because it's for her sake that I haven't got up and ginger one, mate.
Yeah.
I said, because, yeah. I said, she could deal with you far better than I ever can.
Yeah.
What a twat, though.
Yep, absolutely.
But yeah.
Like I say, he was lucky he didn't end up not getting the job in the end.
Well, this was it, because you know, you get the site inspector come round when all the work was done to make sure we was happy before we signed on the dotted line to buy the gaff, sort of thing, you know, and any issues, blah, blah. And she mentioned it, you know. She said, yeah, she's, I don't like sexist builders turning up at my house. She said, so if you don't mind, you might want to keep an eye on some of your workforce, educate them a bit.
Yeah, into the 20th century.
Yeah, that was it, you know. But I often laugh at it. It's like, yeah, good for you, girl.
Yeah. How to make people realise you're an arse.
Yeah. I mean, how many women get that when workmen turn up at their places? Is it still a thing? Does that type of behaviour still happen in the workplace, you know?
Yeah. Of course
because, you know, that shouldn't be the case, should it not now?
There'll always be men that think like that, because there's always ignorant men around. Just look at, without mentioning any names, certain individuals.
Yeah, of course,
leaving that there. There's always that kind of mentality.
Yeah, didn't think of that. Yeah.
So yeah, there's always that insidious, ignorant, alpha male rubbish.
Marcy says all the time, really, that's disappointing to hear, Marcy. Because I used to get a lot of it at work where women would often say, you blokes are all the same. And I was just go, actually, we're not. I said, it's just a minority, spoil it for the rest of us, you know. But I could understand why they would think that, to be honest with you. But used to be, you know, you used to think, oh, really, is that what's fault? But then you would see the worst behaviour of blokes, wouldn't you? And you'd think, yeah, I can understand that. But we used to call it out, you know, with them. They would say, don't be like that, mate. That's a bloody respect.
I mean, the thing that makes it worse is that women have to put up with that all the time, but then men are like, oh, can't you just just take it on the chin? It's like,
no.
Well, if you dealt with that all the time, you wouldn't take it on the chin either.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like, well, you don't have to deal with it day in, day out. And,
yeah. So, yeah.
Men are idiots.
I would love to work with Marcy just to listen to her put-downs. You know, because I can imagine a day with Marcy is an hilarious day, because I can imagine she can be very brutal when she needs to be.
I'd love to work with Marcy, but only on the days when real idiot customers are there.
Yeah. Just look at her and go, over to you, Marcy. I'd love it. Be my perfect day, that would be.
Yeah. And
we made that in the loveliest possible way, because, you know, luckily for us.
Just watching people getting the just desserts.
No, good for her.
No, I'd say to me that kind of like, you know, sexist rubbish is no different to other forms of, you know, bigotry and abuse. It's no different to, you know, racism or anything like that. It's just as deplorable.
Yeah.
We're all human beings at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's just not on.
No, it's pathetic.
It's like Brits abroad on holiday. Well, you know, you go on holiday and you can understand why a lot of Europeans talk ill of the British when you see some of the way that they behave on holiday. You're like, yeah, really, you are a leading example of our culture.
Yeah. The funny thing is, though, and it's one of these typical things, in the same way that, you know, like, these kind of people always make themselves obvious without any effort, so it's not like you have to find them. But in the same way that, like, people who espouse, let's say, one race's superiority over another, are always chinless wonders with, like, gormless teeth, and they look like inbreds, which is, like, kind of ironic. In the same way that sexist blokes are always like the ugliest, least attractive to women blokes anyway. They're always least, ignorant, and it's like you just irony is all over the place.
Cravats and velvet jackets. It's like, yeah.
Bill says, when you've watched 3 not huge women swap out a Challenger 2 tank engine in under an hour, it's hard to ever be sexist ever again. Absolutely.
It's quite funny. H recently got goosed at one of the golf clubs that she went to.
Oh, really?
You know, and yeah. I said, "Oh, what do you do?" She said, "I clouted him round the face," she said, "with my Henry Hoover head." She said,
Nice.
"Touch me again," she said, "I'll break your effing jaw." I was like, "Yeah, good for you, girl." She said, "I really lost me temper." She said, "I ain't having it."
Rightly so. Absolutely rightly so.
She said, "They're like, we're going to complain to your boss." She says, "I am the boss." "Oh, we'll take the contract." She said, "Do what you like." She said, "Because when I appeal it," she said, "I'll put down a reason why. Will he still have a job?"
Mm.
I said, "Good for you." So it was just an instinctive reaction. She said, "I just lashed out at him." I thought, "No, I'm not having that."
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you can report it, and then, like, when she appeals it, you won't have a job, and she'll still have the contract.
Well, yeah, because, like she said, luckily, she said, you know, she's got a good relationship with the owner of the golf club. There's no excuse, don't get me wrong. She said, "I shouldn't have lashed out." I said, "Well, he's invaded your, you know, your space. He won't do it again. He's going to think twice, isn't he?"
Yeah, and at the end of the day, her reaction, you know, you can. It's very easy to say, yeah, but in the split second, or, you know, if somebody touches you or grabs you, you don't know what their intention is.
You don't know what else they had on in their mind.
Yeah.
She said,
Especially if it's just you and that person.
Well, this is it. You know, that's what annoyed her the most, is because obviously she works overnight into the early hours, and he was one of the early ones. So there was only, you know, him and her there. She said it could have escalated, couldn't it? Yep. She said, "I'm not having that." So I went for the shock factor.
Yeah, well, it's a bit like a car crash. The person that runs into the back of you is always the one that's at fault.
Yeah, he has since apologised, but like she said, it's meaningless. She said he's been told to do that.
Yeah, he's been told to do that because it's, you know,
yeah,
reputation of the club. La 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 la.
She said, because if I pursue it, how's it going to look with a golf club if that goes to court?
Yeah, exactly.
She said, so he's been told to do that. She said, it was meaningless to her. So
yeah, it doesn't mean anything to him.
It's not good for you, girl.
Mm-hmm.
I said, it's a difficult one. I said, don't happen to blokes. I said, so, you know, it's a blessing in disguise for us. We don't have to tolerate that, but it's still no excuse for blokes doing it, is it? You know?
No, absolutely not.
But isn't it wrong that a bloke thinks that he can actually go up and do that?
Yeah. It's I can't imagine just going up and in any way, sexually or otherwise, or, you know, just innocently just touching someone without me knowing them and their express permission, or knowing that I'm okay to do that. Just no.
It's just insane, isn't it? It's like, really?
Yeah.
Just don't compute, does it?
No.
Marcy says, yeah, last guy that put his hands on me lost a few teeth. Good for you.
Mm.
Good for you. But, yeah. It shouldn't happen. It's, you know, and us blokes don't like it when blokes do that, you know, because it really does put us in a bad place, you know, so.
Those intelligent blokes that actually have, you know, standards and feelings.
Yeah. It's just
morals.
Bang out of bloody order, mate.
Mm-hmm. Men are rubbish.
Yeah, you just sometimes you sit there and you think, oh, God, really?
Yeah.
It disappoints. Well, chassis is coming along nicely.
Oh, shut up. Big tart with your chassis.
Just have something to eat. 2 secs.
Right. He caught a. He says it. Muse says it rarely happens to guys, but still does. He caught a boot in the jaw. Yes, I mean it can happen to men, but it's very rare because obviously then it's a man-on-man thing. So that's quite rare that would happen. Because you know most men who had an interest in other men wouldn't just suddenly assume they would be accepted if they did that. They'd know they're likely to get rejected anyway, so it probably doesn't happen that often. But yeah, no. But that's the thing. Is like us men, we can't even begin to understand what it's like to deal with that kind of rubbish every day, all the time.
It's actually embarrassing when we find out that it's been happening to someone, because we feel just as guilty as the person that was doing it because of our sex.
Yep.
Because it's like, you know, we'll all be judged the same. And that's when blokes normally will, how can we say, have a polite word to one side with the offending fella and go, yeah, you don't want to be doing that around us, because we will take it to one side and give you a straightener.
Yeah, we'll be having a meeting without coffee.
Yeah. It's not honest taking liberties, isn't it?
Yeah. Disrespectful, if nothing else.
Yeah.
But, like I say, like all the worst elements of humanity, they reveal themselves at the drop of a hat, which is a small mercy, I suppose.
Oh, yes.
Like, you know, racists and homophobes and all the other bigots out there, you don't have to search for them.
Yeah.
That's the one good thing about them. You don't have to look for them hard. They're there, and they make themselves obvious.
I had a friend, I told you this off air, didn't I? I had a friend that I had known for a good few years.
Mm. Oh, yeah.
And, well, thought I knew them. And it was a particularly hot day several summers ago. And he turned up with one of these wife beater vest top things on.
Oh, yeah.
And just above the chest line, you could see one arm of a Swazi tattoo.
Ah, yep.
It's like, oh dear, I didn't realise you was, yeah, bye. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was it. It's like, I made my judgment. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry, mate, but yeah, can't have it. Yeah, I want to be associated with it.
No, thank you, goodbye.
And it wasn't one of those, we spent you for regret. No, he was still proud to be wearing it.
Yeah.
It's like, buy it.
Yep, see it.
Yeah, gone, dusted. H was like, oh, what happened to something? You don't want to know, love. But yeah.
Don't worry about it.
It's like, really, though?
Yeah.
What tattoo artist would want to do that on someone anyway? Especially this day and age.
Oh, somebody with the same views.
Yeah.
They'll be the tattoo artist that they all recommend to each other.
Yeah, probably with an old radio volume button and an E-string from a guitar. Yeah, we know where that was done. Yeah.
Your E-string.
So, yeah, I'm made of E-strings.
E-string, what's that secret you're keeping?
How's your earworm doing, dear?
It's gone.
That's it?
Yeah, it's gone.
So it found its way home then?
I came up with something else that faded it out.
Ah, right.
So I'm immune to it now.
It was weavy, wasn't it?
No. My brain didn't go to Funtown to eat spaghetti with the Duchess.
Yeah, Barcy says, yeah, that's game over instantly. Yeah, absolutely. You know, I never even questioned whether I was overreacting or anything. It was, yeah, bye.
Yeah, no, the moment you see that, you're like, yeah, I'm suddenly...
It just sickened me.
And rightly so.
You know, and it's like, sorry.
Excuse me.
You know, I know we build models and we come across the symbology, but that's different than walking around with it inked on your body, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's not actually supporting a regime or an ideology. That's just making a representation of the historical vehicle.
Exactly.
That's a whole different kettle of worms. We
will do a bit of gallery as well tonight if the viewers in the audience are up for it. It's entirely up to you in the chat. If you want us to do a little bit of gallery, we'll do it. If you would rather us not do it this week, we'll do it next week. You know, it's not a definitive, but if folks would like to see their work anytime, is it too soon to do it? Because people may not have been aware that I'm moving the gallery to a Friday. So if you want another week so you can get your work in, we'll do it next week. Don't mind. It's your show.
You can do it any way you want.
The end of the day.
I tell you what, if we stick a gallery on the end of the show and make it a longer show, you can have an intermission in the middle.
There you go.
Get some little funky like lounge music. Have an advert for the local curry house just 5 minutes from this theatre. I'll send you the one I used to use on my instructional films. You can use that.
Have the old Pearl and Dean adverts. Do you remember them?
Oh, yeah.
Don't do the theme tune. Don't do the theme tune.
No. I actually wrote to them to try and find out if I could get the right permission to use it. And I didn't.
Yeah, they're absolutely still very strict, aren't they?
Yes. Oh, they said it's absolutely fine, but it'll cost you X. And I'm like,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, if you're not paying for it. Yeah.
Yes.
I always remember in the cinema that infamous advert for Crusader nuts, and it was like, "Hey, Crusader, have you any nuts?" And it was this cartoon with this very creepy smile.
See, I don't know this advert.
Yeah, it was back in the late 80s, early 90s, mate.
I can't say I've ever heard of Crusader nuts.
Yeah, Northern, probably it was, I don't know, pork scratchings or something.
Pork scratchings. Pork scratchings is the way forward. Oh, no, he doesn't go there. He doesn't go there. He goes there, you fool.
You fool, you fool, you fool, you fool, you fool.
Fool, you foolish fool.
Next week so I can get things uploaded. No worries, mate. We'll do that then, Phil.
I suppose we need to give James time to put in his picture at the last minute next week.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll do a gallery next week. What are we at the moment? Yeah, what do you reckon? Last weekend of the month? Do it as a gallery, bit of gallery goodness.
Yeah, well,
gives people a chance to put it in, and, yeah.
It's the last weekend of the month.
So, yeah, lets people get their stuff in, because we do like to see people's work, and obviously with stopping the Sunday stream, I still want to, you know, pimp people, pimp their work and stuff, so.
Yeah. Because it's fun, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Giving people a bit of a spotlight. So they can all go, no, stop it.
Yeah.
We're gluing. I've not made a lot of progress tonight. I'm doing slow things.
PJ says gallery goodness would be fun. Absolutely. We like a bit of gallery. I know PJ's thing because he's put a lot of work in this week. I saw that earlier.
Yes.
Like, yeah. So, yeah, we'll have a bit of gallery goodness because it's nice, isn't it?
Gallery goodness.
It's always nice to see what people have been doing because I'm nosy. I like a bit of gallery.
Yeah. Fun for all the family. Is there in the gallery? You see what I did there?
I did, yeah.
Proud of that, weren't
you?
No.
Jury's out.
Todd.
Told you, mate. Tough crowd.
You are a desert of support.
Told you, emotionless us.
Yep. I don't know. Fess is the kind of person that wouldn't even give you an award for participation.
Like,
right, I'm going to put a bottom on this ammo crate. For two reasons. One, I like a nice bottom. And two, it looks rubbish with no bottom.
I had heard.
Well, yes. Oh, my knee's gone to sleep. Oh. My left knee has decided to age at a faster rate than the rest of my body.
Marcy says I might even get the post. Good girl. Get your work in there, Marcy. It's always nice to see your work,
It's
love.
been a while since you posted some stuff in.
Yeah, we'll make that a thing then. Gallery at the end of the month, last show of the month, do a gallery.
Yeah, that works for me.
I don't want to do it the first week of the month because PJ's guys do that on their live stream. So
yeah,
we're all both Friday streams. We'll do ours the last week and you can do yours the first week. There you go. No clashing then. I mean, all right, we've got different audience and different posters, but it's still etiquette.
Your etiquette.
I'm made of etiquette.
All your etiquette will belong to us.
That's better. I didn't want that sticking out like a blind cobbler's thumb, did you, Cole? Let's let that ooze
blind cobbler's thumb.
Ooze and squeeze. Okay, we've got a bit of that.
So many synthesized thoughts in this last week.
Yeah, go on, tell the audience you've dropped the hint.
No, I put it in the thing anyway. I mentioned it in somewhere else anyway.
Yeah, you put it in one of your many posts.
I can't find my pencil. Oh, where's my pencil? I've been having the urge to get back to writing music again.
There you go.
So I'm going to save up. Where's my pencil?
Rick Ashley is on standby, folks.
Oh, God. Festa, where's my... Ow!
There, you found your knife?
No, I found my texture application tool, which bizarrely is classic and very sharp when it's applied right under the thumbnail. Yeah, I've just been getting that little urge to get doing back to music, so I shall be saving up in the coming months.
I says, yeah, I could try me back the way it's been. I couldn't sit for too long to do the model work. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Yeah, go away, you horrible back. Leave our Marcy alone.
Yeah.
Evil thing it is. I would be lost with my without my donut that I sit on.
Yeah. You'd be knackered without that, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah, because of all the surgery on the tailbone and that, it's like, yeah.
For some reason, my knee thing is like, it's only when I'm sitting down. If I sit down for a while, my knee hurts. It's like, but I'm not actually doing anything. That makes no sense at all.
You've got it hanging, you've got the weight of your leg hanging off it over the edge of your chair.
No, I've either got like my feet right now are on a sponge thing with my feet up. Or when I'm just watching the telly or whatever, my feet are just on the floor.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
That's why I always have my feet on the open drawer of my toolbox. It's like, don't let your legs suspend because it's pulling on your hips. Oh, right then.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think it. Like. Yeah, you wouldn't think it, would you?
Yeah.
These people know. These people know, you know.
These people have knowings.
They're all the knowledge.
Knowings. How dare they have things in their brains?
All them knowledgeable things that they know.
They know things in their brain folds. Did you know the human brain pulses?
Yes.
It wiggles and pulses.
Yeah.
Weird, isn't it?
Pulses with your heartbeat, doesn't it? It's like,
yep.
Yeah, I watched brain surgery on science program, and it was there. You could just see it going.
Like a jellyfish.
Yeah, it was actually a little bit unsettling, but quite compulsive to sit and watch.
It's like when you see someone having brain surgery, but they're awake for it because they need to test their speech centers and stuff.
Yeah.
So they're there, and you can hear all the stuff, and they're just sitting there going, "La la, right, say your name."
Yeah, got the halo on, haven't they? And it's like, especially when it's tuber surgery. They're like, can you recite this? Could you say this? Could you say this? And they're tweaking things, and you see even like their facial nerve twitch or whatever, or they're suddenly being, it's like, bizarre, but very, very clever.
It's fascinating. The one I was watching, I think they were implanting.
I want little electrodes.
Yeah, for something. I don't know if it was Parkinson's. They were giving him but they needed to find out the right place. He said they were prodding and poking different bits. They're saying, right, just talk for a minute. He's talking, and they're like, la la la. Okay,
have you seen the Parkinson's one where the guy's got the arm tremor? They put the electrode on, and the tremor stops. They take it off, and it starts again. It's fascinating technology.
It is amazing the developments they're doing now for like deep brain stimulation and things like that.
Yeah.
To get rid of the tremors. We looked at that when Mama Wolf was being tested for Parkinson's.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know if she had Parkinson's or just essential tremors.
Yeah.
Which are just annoying shakes because you're old.
Yeah.
And it turns out, luckily, it's just annoying shakes.
Yeah.
But they were like, we can do electrodes and stuff.
Yeah. It's fascinating, isn't it? And it's...
The human brain is just like so bizarre.
I was once told by a neurologist that the knowledge of the human brain is on a pinhead in the middle of the universe. He said, because the brain is such a vast, complex thing to learn to understand. He said, but every now and then, he said, you get presented with something where you can have an influence. He said, and for us neuro people, he said, that is a massive boost. He said, but we're years and years and years away from massive cures for all them sort of things.
Yeah, especially for things like neurological issues.
But
because even just things like Parkinson's, they know what causes it, they know what it is, they just don't know how to stop it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or effectively stop it. And it's like it's like spinal injuries. They know what causes say paralysis because your spinal cord's been broken.
Yeah.
They know what causes it. They know how it gets damaged. They just don't know how to fix it.
No, that's right.
Way that it works. There was recently done. It was the first. It was the first eye transplant.
Oh, right, yeah.
Apparently hasn't been you think there's been eye transplants, but it was the first full eye transplant.
Yeah.
Only last year, I think. Because
yeah.
you get things like corneas and lenses and things transplanted because you get.
Is that the guy that got the pylon accident where he got electrocuted and they did an eye transplant to replace his?
Could be that because he had a face transplant as well.
Oh, yeah, same guy. Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah, but it was the first one, and they said it was an absolute success. You can move the eye around. The only thing that wasn't a success is we don't know why, but the optic nerve doesn't regenerate. It doesn't regenerate and link back up again. He said we don't know why that particular optic, optic doesn't do that. He said it'd be great if you could do an eye transplant and you got vision back. That'd be great, but it's same way they don't really know why the spinal cord doesn't regenerate itself.
I mean, I look at all the stem cell research they're trialing and things, and it's fascinating how science is going to leap in a few years. You can see it coming. But...
Well, with things like CRISPR, which is allowing them to manipulate various parts of genes and genetic codes like never before, and create things, it's like there's so much potential.
Bill sent me one during the week about a drug they're trialing for MS and that, and it's relapsing remitting MS, and it's like, it helps people out with that variant, because obviously there's a few variants of it. So I sit there in hope, but I'm progressive relapsing, so it's like damage is done. That's it. Yeah. But again, I've said to you, if there's stuff that comes out and you can trial it for the next generation, I'm all for that.
Yeah, I mean, I've sent you stuff in the past, but I've come across an article and be like, you've probably seen this, but you've been like, oh, cheers, mate.
Yes, absolutely. They do. They keep you in touch with developments, which is good.
Yeah, it's weird, but it's strange that neurological research is probably the research that advances the most compared to things like cancer research and other diseases, because it's the one where they don't necessarily know what's going on, but they can understand certain things and repair certain things.
I mean, look at when people were like, oh, how comes they could get a COVID vaccine within certain time, but they can't cure this? It's like a totally different thing. Yeah.
Also, it was a whole new technique they used for the COVID vaccine.
So
I haven't tried before. So they will be doing that in the future.
Exactly, but there's been breakthroughs in certain cancer treatments and things, and
it's amazing. I mean, I listen to the Skeptics Guide podcast, and they're often talking about CRISPR and things like that, and research and genetics and stuff, and it's like so much they can do now. On a genetic level.
I mean, you look at it, even in our lifetime. I mean, surgical procedures, when I had my appendix removed, it was like animal to cannibal, out with the side, boom, that was it. Whereas now everything's done, arthroscopically and all of that lot. Nice bloke he is, arthroscopically, by the way, But, the surgical techniques alone have improved. And look at 3D printing technology coming into things and how they can repair bone and reconstitute things. It's fascinating surgery. Look at heart surgery now compared to what it was 20 years ago.
Yep.
And I love all of that. I love watching programs like that because, one, it's educational, but also you look at it and you just think, where's it going to go in the next 20, 30 years? Because that's just in our lifetime, Fox, that we've seen these huge medical breakthroughs. And
well, I mean, think about it. This is the bit that floors me every time. Is that it was only 20 years before I was born that the NHS was created.
Yes,
give or take, and it's only 10 or 15 years before I was born that antibiotics became a thing.
Exactly.
It's like we take them for granted, and yet just before I was born, they didn't exist.
Exactly. It's just
in a mainstream medical environment. It's like
gets you thinking, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just amazing. And we've gone from, you know, someone tried to explain to me once the process of when they, you know, when you get like a little drop of like DNA in the little tray, and then it makes all the little blips like a volume meter.
Yeah.
And it makes them all come out through electric current. Somebody tried to explain that to me once, how you can bring out the genetic sequence. And we've gone from that to like literally creating
it's all witchcraft and tomfoolery, mate, isn't it?
Certainly is.
Bill says, I always thought that when they shocked my heart, it reverted to normal on the next beat. Turns out it stops your heart for 10 seconds, restarts itself, and I'd live happy not knowing that. Exactly, mate. It's...
Yeah. I wish I had asked now.
PJ says, I have a deep brain tremor every time you mention bluey car. Yeah, I know what you meant there, PJ.
Did he actually type the word out? Oh, no, he didn't.
No, he didn't. I said it because I knew that he was deliberately trying not to.
You said it deliberately because you knew it would make him go a bit wibbly wobbly.
Absolutely.
Because no sympathy for anybody. We don't do sympathy.
No, we don't do sympathy at all. Just saying.
No. What's this? Let me go back in the chat a bit. Muse says, with my back the way it is, I couldn't sit to do any model work.
Oh, bless you.
I'll be getting back to the bench proper, says Bill, next week. It's been a bit hit and miss recently. I got all those kits from Models for Heroes. That's a good incentive for a regularly scheduled upload program. Muse says, evil thing won't go away. Actually, she's talking about a back.
Yeah, bad back.
Yeah, nothing worse than a bad back. They're talking about putting a cage on my spine. Of course, I told them to eat it.
Yeah, I've fused a goodly few years ago, and it's like, yeah. If you could avoid it, Marcy. That's all I would say. Yeah. Yes, it gives the spine stability, but it doesn't take the damage and the pain away. So, hopefully, PJ's not able to look at his screen anymore because I've burnt his retinas. But you know, be careful what you ask for. Say, you know what's coming. I got mine out. Yeah.
Well, you see, it's only fair.
Mon dear, show the world yours.
If you're going to assault PJ, you assault him from both sides.
Yeah, go on, show him yours, dear.
You can't assault him from one side and not the other.
There you go. Show us on the dolly where the bluey car.
Both of them.
Yeah. There you go.
You've got to make him suffer twice as much.
Yeah. Anyway, PJ, there you go. I can put your mind at rest. It's gone now.
You know what would be brilliant one day? Is if TJ comes in one day in the far future and says, I was at that house, some nephew or niece or something was watching Bluey, and you know what? I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd make my day, that would.
Things that I think may never happen.
Oh, that probably will never happen, but can you imagine it though?
Oh, mate, yeah, it would be hilarious. Especially if we found out about it when he was trying to conceal it, because we would tell the world.
We would find out.
You know, it's one of them.
It would be a thing that would become known.
I now know that PJ is in full-blown Dreyfus mode, reaching for his alcoholic beverage bottle.
I think he's doing the behind-the-sofa Doctor Who thing right now.
Yeah. He says, you're hateful, Colin. Oh, bless.
Oh, just you then, not me. That's all right.
I did it because you're my special friend, PJ.
It came from a place of love, PJ.
Yeah. If you believe that, you believe anything. Yeah, he's not buying it.
If you believe that, I've got a bridge for sale.
Yeah.
I'm off camera again. Camera's in exactly the wrong place. Bitty. Now, how am I going to do this?
Could always be cruel and send him the Bluey bus, but no, I won't be that cruel. Couldn't be that cruel. Would I be? No, I couldn't do it.
Just imagine PJ, a Bluey car that's 3 times as big.
Yeah.
Can you even imagine it without clenching something painfully?
Yeah, I can see him sitting at the camera there, calling us some very, very strongly worded names.
I can think of a few words he might be thinking of.
He's sitting there going, I give up my Friday and early Saturday morning time. And this is how I'm treated. I can imagine it.
Yeah, I can imagine some different words in that sentence, but the same basic thing, yes.
Yes. He's a good sport. I give him that. He is a good sport.
Yeah.
We love our PJ. I've got a pair of them in there. He does.
Make sure to send him a Bluey birthday card on his birthday. Or
a
Bluey birthday cake.
I never said that. But yeah, Christmas is coming. Bluey duvet set. Yeah, you can see
Bluey
it all.
shower curtains and paddling pool. I have no idea if such things exist, but I would assume they do.
Yes, you do. You know you do. You've got them all in your wish list.
Why would I want a paddling pool and a Bluey paddling pool?
That would be so up your street. If anyone's going to have something like that, it's going to be you.
Yeah, because what you really want is a 55-year-old bloke sat in a 1 foot Bluey paddling pool in his back garden.
I'll pay money to see that, just to mock you, mate.
I think people will pay money not to see that, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, yeah. Part of me thinks that you would enjoy it. It's like, yeah, but it's Bluey. No. What can I say? It's a Bluey paddling pool.
No, just it's not acceptable. No, disassemble. I should give these guys shovels because they are deathcore.
Deathcore.
Deathcore of Krieg.
Oh, there it is, right in front of you, Cole. It's the one with number 76 on it, your book.
A number 76. Number 76. Come on, get up, get off the floor.
Marcy says she got time, she says, to go and adult night all. Take care, Marcy. Stay safe and well, mate. And, yeah, all the best, darling. I hope things work out.
Thank you for coming in.
Always nice to see you.
I tried adulting once. It was very stressful.
One of our longest supporters is Marcy.
Mm-hmm. He's saying she's very tall.
No, she's one of the first people that started showing up regularly in our streams. And, yeah, she's been around supporting us for a good few years now.
What happened to Vamp? I've seen Vamp for a long time.
Disappeared, mate. No idea, mate. He did pop up sometime last year. I think he was in one of the
past as well,
Frolics, yeah.
Blue on your fingertip, always a winner.
Always a winner. Don't forget the old man.
Don't forget. I was just about to say that. Don't forget the old man. Anyone out there playing Stalker 2?
No, I'm about to go back and revisit it.
Yeah, I know what you've been playing this last few days.
I know.
I've been very proud.
You've been very proud of our gaming prowess, haven't you, dear?
I have. I've been very, very proud of your prowess.
It's like, dude.
I'm playing this specific game.
Yeah, did you do it? Yeah, I just click play and I'm doing this. It's like, yeah. I've made no easy settings, changes or anything. I'm just in it. It's like, yeah.
It's playing a proper grown-up, complicated game and everything.
Who'd have thought it, eh?
I know. Certainly not the little kitty. In the big city. Would you? Is that your favourite game, Little Kitty in the Big City? Would you say
it is adorable? Don't get me wrong, but
I know you've only had limited experience of all the different games you've played. You've only played.
Yeah,
what so far would you say has been most enjoyable?
Oh, that's a tough question.
Yeah, because you've played some of the smaller games to completion.
Yeah.
You've dipped your toe in some of the bigger games. It's difficult to answer that question.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the open world genre, I must admit. I would say that I do have leanings towards that as a preference, purely because I like to experience the immersiveness of some of the games, because it's all witchcraft to me, because I came from a PlayStation 2. And obviously graphics have improved massively, so I still sit there and my jaw drops. It's like, oh my God, I opened this door and there's a washing machine in that room. It's daft, but, you know, I'm easily pleased like that because it's stuff I wouldn't expect to be there. The detail and every grain of grass and things is replicated, but it's like things like, say, for instance, Cyberpunk or Red Dead. You sort of go a particular route and you come across something and you think, if I hadn't gone along there, that wouldn't have been spotted. How many people don't know that that's actually there? And that fascinates me. Yeah, I do like the open world genre probably the most because I get to just go along and gasp at all of that wonderment because unlike you, you've been playing Xboxes through different iterations for donkey's years.
Yeah.
That's all new to me. So I've got that kid in a new candy store thing going on, you know?
Yeah, we were talking, for the audience's benefit, we were talking last night and basically saying that, you know, from Festa's point of view, he was playing like platformers and LucasArts games and then went into a coma for 25 years and woke up and suddenly now a game isn't just a platformer, it's an entire city or an entire part of a map and there's a whole world.
Yeah.
And it's like, bah.
Yeah.
But if you had to pick one, even with your limited experience of some of them, if you had to pick favourites so far, which would you?
Oh,
this includes everything from Venba for cooking games and your Little Kitty and your other things.
Yeah, I honestly don't know because obviously I discount Grim because that's basically been remastered for the console, so you know that's an old PC game.
Well, tell you what then, easier way to put the question: which game has made you go, "Whoa"?
Yeah, you don't have to dumb it down. I understand the question, mate.
No, I think, I'm thinking it's maybe difficult to answer because it's difficult to say which one's your favourite. But
it is. I'm trying to think offhand because I don't. You know me. I don't particularly have favourites because I play anything, so it's quite difficult. I would say graphically, games like Avatar, Avowed, things like that, because of their pure, spectacular graphics. So far, little games would be Little Kitty, that type of thing. But I can see puzzle games being a thing. But to nail down a specific one, the one I play the most, obviously, is Hunter Call of the Wild. But I'm using that for controller, dexterity, familiarity, that sort of thing. So, but yeah, I wouldn't like to say a particular favourite because it's going to prejudice me then, isn't it?
Yeah. Which one has blown your mind the most then?
I just said that.
Question.
Games like Avatar and things like that because of their graphical spectacularness. But yeah,
had the whoa moment.
So I'm not like you. I don't have narrow categories that I play regardless. I'll just, if a game appeals or looks reasonably good, I'll just download it and load it up. Give it a go.
Yeah, that's my one of my faults is that
You're very blinkered, aren't you?
Yeah, it's like I like certain games, but then there's games I won't even bother touching, like racing games, no interest.
Yeah.
Sports games, no interest. I wouldn't even get one free to try it out.
You know, I can see me heavily getting into Flight Simulator. But I want to do that from complete novice right the way up. I've just got to get on the floor because I've dropped apart, mate.
Oh, okay.
Don't expect me to be answering.
Yes, no, I'll let you carry on with that. Yes, I know you quite like the idea of your flight sims because you used to play the original, didn't you? So the old Windows one. So yes, I can see you playing that. What's chat doing while you're down there? Hang on, I'm trying to catch up with chat. Bill says he bought himself Death Stranding today. Amazing graphics, but a bit heavy on the cutscenes. It's a Hideo Kojima game, like Metal Gear. It's lots and lots of cutscenes. You have to expect that with Hideo Kojima games. Also known as a walking simulator. We're up to PJ says, us two are dead to him. I twitch. Fox likes Far Cry 5 just for the Pumas. Pumas everywhere. They're a nightmare. What else have we got? Edward says, I watch a doctor from the UK. His name is Dr. John Campbell. He's pretty straightforward. Never heard of him. Muse has headed off. Oh, we've done that one already, haven't we?
Yeah, you're stumbling there. I am still here. It's just I've got to be very distant.
No, that's fine.
When I'm talking, because I'm sat on the floor, mate.
I know. Edward says to Bill, that's part of that game's programming team history. Yeah, the long cutscenes. It's Hideo Kojima did all the Metal Gear Solid, all the Metal Gear games, and they're all cutscenes. Metal Gear 4 was great, actually. I did enjoy that. I played that back in the day. I tried the original Metal Gear, like all the originals, and I couldn't get on with them at all. But Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots, I enjoyed that. Even though there were like 400 hours of cutscenes.
Was that a good game? Good game? Good game? See what I did?
Good game, yeah. Well, there's some hope of that, because it was only ever released on PlayStation. There is some hope that they've remastered Metal Gear 1, 2, and 3 and Snake Eater and stuff.
Yeah.
There's hope that they'll do more of the remasters and that they'll do Metal Gear Solid 4, which never came out on Xbox.
Right.
Purely because when it came out on Blu-ray on PlayStation, but Xbox 360 still had DVDs, and it was too big. It would have been like 4 or 5 DVDs.
Right.
So they couldn't release it on Xbox. So, but the hope is they'll remake, because I play that again. Metal Gear Solid 4. Metal Gear. Oh, come on. So there is hope that they'll remaster that.
Absolutely.
But they're kind of Metal Gear are really hard games to play, because they're not friendly at all. Friendly to play. Waiting for PJ shouting, I twitch. I twitch, you two are dead to me.
He doesn't mean that, honestly, folks.
He doesn't mean it that much.
He loves us, really.
He only means it when he says it. Fire extinguisher.
Right, we are back. Yeah.
All good?
Yeah, all good. Suitably found. The micro 1 millimeter gap that it managed. Oh, I've got dropped it again. Tip wobble Wilkinson. So fucking bit. Really?
Edward says, I love all the Metal Gear games. I tried, 1 was too old and clunky for me. 2.
Back in a minute.
That kind of game. Yep. I think I tried a bit of Peace Walker and I tried a bit of Snake Eater, I think. Didn't get very far. But for some reason 4 just clicked. I think it was because it was the most, at the time 4 was the most easily accessible to play. I think it was a bit more intuitive than the earlier ones. Where would you put a fire extinguisher on a artillery piece? I've got a fire extinguisher. Where would you put it? People in the chat, tell me where you would put a fire extinguisher on an artillery piece. Because I can't think where it would go. I could put it under there, under the big turny wheel, but a guy has to go there. I don't know where it would go. If that guy stands on there, you have to be sneaky for. Yeah, I know that. It's all about sneaky. I think it was more just the real archaic control schemes in the early Metal Gear games that were just too alien to me. It's a bit like trying to play a game with tank controls now. There's some game that came out, I think, last year, and it had an option to do it. You actually get an achievement if you play it with tank. I can't remember what it was now. But you got an achievement if you played it with tank controls. Which is some of the old style way of doing things. It's like, oh, no.
Note to self, build a wall between that and the floor.
You got it?
Yeah. So it's just Captain Twitchy hands as usual.
You got it back there.
Yeah.
Got it back in the end, all good. I'm going to put this fire extinguisher.
It's in place now, that's it.
Yep, it's in place, ain't going nowhere.
Note to self, don't pick up any spherical parts now.
Yeah.
Right. Clean answers only, says Bill. Oh, dear. Edward says, yeah, good thing you're not in prison, Carl. Yeah, tell me about it, mate. So, really? Yeah. Yeah. First thing you go in with soap on a rope, just to prove your point.
Yep. Edward says, buy the motor. I don't know where the motor would be. I'm going to put it under this little spinny wheel thing.
What's that? What are you doing? What are you doing? Tell me. I need to know all.
I was trying to figure out where on an artillery piece you would actually put a fire extinguisher.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's probably what Edward means then by the motor.
Yeah. Jeff Light says, my youngest son was a full Metal Gear fanatic. He also loved Far Cry.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Metal Gear.
Yeah, I mean, I do play Hunter Call of the Wild a hell of a lot. But again, that's just for controller familiarity, muscle memory and stuff like that, you know.
It's learning, isn't it, for you?
Yeah, it's just, that's why I started the whole gaming experience, was to try to keep my cognitive hand-eye coordination going. And, yeah. So it's working out really well for that. You know, it was Debbie, my MS nurse, as well, that said, you know, it'll do you some good because it gets your brain and your hands coordinating together. She said, you might not think it. She said, but it'll be really beneficial to you. So that's what got me into it. And, yeah. But, yeah, Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2 I like. I've got Sniper Elite going. I'm looking. Avowed definitely for graphics is absolutely stunning.
Oh, I didn't realise you tried that one. Nice one.
Oh, yeah, I did tell you that night in the hangout, but you don't listen to me, mate.
Yeah, I do listen. I probably just don't remember.
Yeah. It's like, oh, what are you playing? Like. Oh, I'm playing Avowed Foxx. Yeah.
Yeah, I blinked since then. I don't remember stuff.
Obviously, Metro, I've had a quick looky-loo at, and Stalker. Avatar, don't forget, that's graphically beautiful. Indiana Jones would be all right if they got the clothing right. Definitely Flight Sim is going to be one I can see me really getting into.
Yeah, from what you've said, that's going to be your
absolutely. And obviously, I got gifted the Hot Ass set, and it's like, yeah, that's why I want to really start from scratch and get into it and dedicate a lot of time on the gaming channel to it because, yeah.
That is the kind of game that you can put hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours
exactly.
I remember when I was playing Elite Dangerous, I put a good maybe couple of thousand hours into that on Xbox.
Yeah.
Back in the day, and it's like I'd sit there and I'd just sit down with my HOTUS and I'd be like, right, let's play some Elite.
Yeah.
And it'd be like 10 in the morning, and then before I knew it, it'd be dinner time, and then it'd be midnight, and I'd be like, I've just been sat here jumping through Star System.
I mean, obviously, I've got the Far Cries to do and Borderlands and that, but again, I wanted to get my controller speed and dexterity up from novice level to get the appreciation from them type of games, you know. So.
Yep.
I'm glad I've stuck to me guns, so to speak, and done it that way because I know my dexterity better than anyone. And, you know, Fox can sit there and go, oh, try this, but he's not dealing with MS hands. And you have to do things somewhat differently and educate your brain and hands and get the speed going. That's why I do a lot of open world stuff. So I don't have to keep looking down at the controller to see what button I'm pressing.
Yeah, and that's where the Elite controller is an absolute godsend for you.
Yeah. So, yeah.
It's good that it existed just as you were getting back into gaming. It's quite good time.
Well, yeah, because it really does. I mean, the other night I was next door and I was on the Xbox S and I've got a standard controller on that and I was like hating every minute of it because the way I play, I rarely use their buttons. I use the ones underneath because, yeah, and I've adjusted all my triggers to cope with thumbs, you know?
Yeah. I can't use a standard controller now. It's
I 3D printed thumbstick extensions so that I don't have to, so...
You don't have to suffer that.
Exactly, so... Yeah, and I've been in since and calibrated them to my settings for me, and that's made a massive, massive difference because, you know, I was able to go into Red or Dead Redemption without ever playing it, and I'm shooting the bejesus out of people, whereas that's something I couldn't do even recently because I hadn't set me or calibrated me controller as good as I could have, so to speak, you know, and I just went back in one night and played with it until I was happy. That sounds wrong, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Played with the settings on the controller until I calibrated it to my satisfaction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Well, I said to Festa last night, I said, dude, if you've gone into Red Dead Redemption and you're comfortable with the controls right from the start, then you're just mastering one of the most unwieldy, unnaturally, unintuitive control systems ever. So if you can play Red Dead, you can play anything.
Yeah, well, the last Rockstar game I loaded up was Grand Theft Auto on the PS2. He's like, Rockstar, blah, blah, blah. He said, what do you think of this? I said, I haven't gone into any options. I just loaded up, started shooting outlaws. He said, where are you? And I told him. He's like, oh, you've been shooting wolves and all sorts. I said, yeah. I said, they're gone. And it's like, what are you doing differently? And I calibrated my controller this afternoon.
Yeah. But that's the thing. If you can master a Rockstar game's control, because Rockstar controls are just so unintuitive.
Yeah.
They have if you're walking, press X to do this. If you're on the back of a horse, X does something else. And if you want to do this other thing that's a bit like that other thing, you have to have a completely different button. Also press these 3 buttons at the same time. What?
Yeah.
I hate that. That's why I can't play
I've been in and created profiles for different games. I still keep I don't know whether you're the same, but I still keep the tabs, the paddles underneath as the same order as the buttons on the top at the moment.
How do I do mine? I've got mine.
I don't swap them around. Some people put them the other way round, but I haven't bothered with that because, it's
whatever works for you. I think I've got mine as A, Y, X, and B.
Yeah.
So for me, in most games, A is jump, so it's the top one is jump. So I'm like running along ping, and then the bottom one is Y to use stuff. X is for interaction, and Y and B is for crouch.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I still have mine as the big ones, A and B, and then X and Y, so that it's...
Yeah, so you just got the other one the other round.
Yeah.
For you.
People,
I don't know why I settled
do it differently and that, but it's each to their own, isn't it?
Mm. Yeah, I can't remember why I settled on that scheme.
No, it works for me.
That one is the only one I could ever remember. I was like, right, I know where they are now.
Yeah. I'm as happy as the proverbial hog in slop, and it's good fun.
Edward says, I need to get the patience to program my HOTUS, and I had a problem with the MS flights and deleting my settings and stopped playing it.
Yeah, I've not gone in and spent a lot of time on the game, to be honest with you, because I know what would happen, and I want to save it for when I launch it on the channel. But I must admit, I do need to go in and play with the HOTUS so that I can get it all set up. So it's on the radar.
It's handy if your HOTUS is one of the ones that's kind of built into the game, like in Elite Dangerous, the T-Flight HOTUS that I've got, that Festa's got. That's just that you plug it in and it says, "Oh, you've got that." It's all mapped for you.
Yeah.
That's the only one you can use on Xbox.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to spending a bit of time with it, to be honest with you. But
it's a good HOTUS. That's the same one as I've got. It's really good.
Yeah, I know you've said.
Most excellent. Where are we up to? I got sick of the jump scares with the bloodsuckers in Stalker 2, says Bill. You just killed one. You just didn't give you bat an eyelid, when you got your first
bat an eyelid. I said to him, I killed this bloke that looked like a squid. He's like, hey, you killed a bloodsucker. And I went, is that what he is? See, I'm like that. I go into games blind and I start randomly killing stuff. And he's like, I hate you. And I'm like, why is that? Because you're killing all the things that are killing me. How do you do it? And it's like, I just...
Because you're like, I don't know how to play this game, killing the tough enemy. There you go, killed him.
So I just didn't like the look of him, so I killed him.
He was messing with your chi, wasn't he?
Yeah, I do like...
Need to sort it out.
I am that type of gamer, I suppose, that would irritate experienced gamers, but believe you me, it's not talent, it's a fluke, folks. It's just,
It's just an endless series of flukes, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, with the gaming channel, I'm going to pre-record. I'm going to play the games and record the footage and edit it down. And I just put a load of that out on the channel because, I haven't thought about live streaming gaming yet because obviously I'm cutting the schedule down. So I'm not going to commit to anything at the moment, but you never know.
Mm-hmm. Now, don't forget, folks, if you do a super chat, it shuts me up for a minute. I've just spotted my shush sticker, so don't forget, if you do a super chat, you can keep me quiet for a minute.
Oh, bless.
What are we saying? A minute for a minute per pound, or just a minute for whatever they put in?
Minute for whatever, mate. It's, you know.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm currently doing a motherboard fund. And please don't think that I'm begging, I'm not. But that's what anything contributed will go to, because I've got to get a motherboard and processor for the rig. So that's what I'm looking at saving up for.
You're saving for that. I'm saving for my synthesizers.
Yeah, you're getting your synthesizeriness.
That'll be next year, probably.
So 63 goes behind there.
I finished my big boomstick, I think.
Oh, I'm proud of you, soldier.
I finished my big piece. Arthur Big Piece. He's a lovely fella.
Yeah, he works down the dog and trumpet, mate.
Yeah.
He's always blowing his own trumpet and all sort of did.
I thought he worked at the Vicar and Tart.
No, that's Arthur Fart that works down there, mate. Yeah, Arthur Moon works down at the Duck and Billet or whatever it's called.
Where does Arthur Mind work?
Arthur Mind works at the local, how can we say, institute.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I'm not going to try and get them to stand up. I finished the big gun anyway. There you go. See the big gun.
Yeah.
It's 2 o'clock, by the way, or 20 past 2. Just time.
Yeah, no worries. Keep rattling for a bit, mate.
Yep. As long as you want.
Yeah, I'm doing reasonably well, so.
Good.
Just want to make sure before I put that on that I'm not missing anything.
Little gentleman there for my gentleman for my big piece.
You're a big piece.
The gentleman of my big piece.
You're made of big pieces, you are.
Your big pieces are all gentlemen. Question for Fox. I know you love 40k type models, but do you actually play the game? No, because I don't know anybody that has that also collects the models and plays the game.
Yeah.
And the only place I could go to play it would be my local GW store, which is not great. So I'd like to, but I don't have access to anyone that plays it. So I just like making the models.
He just tries to convince everyone that I'm going to get a gaming table, which isn't going to happen.
Yeah, first we'll get a gaming table. I'll move in as a lodger. I'll live in the attic or something, or under the the bottom or something.
Oh yeah,
I'll just live under the gaming table. There you go. That's what I've got. The T-Flight, says Edward. Nice.
Yeah, it is something. I've got the different versions of Flight Sim, but yeah, I'll probably go right the way back and do pilot school training and all of that lot. I just do it as a complete newbie experience thing because, yeah, like I say, the last real time I played it was on the PC, and it was pre-9/11 version I run, so that would be what, 98 version of Flight Sim. Because
was it 2000?
Yeah, Microsoft immediately patched it, didn't they, after the tragedy, because of the fact that it was used by these people to try to familiarise themselves with controls. So they patched certain things out. So, and then I just lost touch with gaming because, I was raising the boys and all of that lot, and didn't have the time to spend with it. And then I lived my gaming through watching my boys get into it. And then I was watching Lex one night on his Xbox X, and I'm like, damn, them graphics are good.
Yeah.
And he just looks at me and went, yeah, they've come out of Stone Age now. It's like, really? Going down that
12 colours, wow.
Yeah. So
I need to reach over and grab me big box. Hang on. Oh.
Way round it, there you go.
Right. You know what time it is now? It's horsey time.
Oh, is it?
It's time for horsies.
Harold Diet, the Wonder Horse.
Wonder Horsey. Oh, excuse me.
You're suitably excused.
Why is there a... okay.
Has it been special?
In fact, I saw a piece that I thought I should have used, but I didn't need to. I was like, why have I got an extra spinny wheel thing for an artillery piece? But I realised it's probably one of the other artillery pieces.
Oh,
I have to shut up now.
bless you, PJ. Thank you so much. He said this. He said this is going to be 12 minutes and 34 seconds of Foxx silence. Then, yay! Thank you so much, PJ. It really does mean a lot. And yeah, it's all going to go into the big pot of 3D print motherboard goodness. Even. Yeah.
12 minutes.
Yeah, that's lovely. Thank you very, very much, mate. Happy days. The poor old Foxx. What's the Harry Lime? So that's going to be 2:34 then, yeah? 12 minutes. 2:35. How's that sound? Happy days. He can't answer me, can he? Ah, this is brilliant. This is chassis mispronunciation. Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah. This is so cool. And then I can sit here and go, Blue Thunder is the best helicopter show ever made. Airwolf is bish. This is, I'm loving this. Damn, this is real fun. Yeah. Do you know, this is the first time on a Frolic since I did a solo one that I've been able to sit here and read the chat. Jeff Light says, my youngest son was a Full Metal Gear fanatic. This has probably been read, but I'm just exuding this moment because this is so rare. Edward Leonard saying hi again to Jeff and Maggie. PJ says, you would put the fire extinguisher in the designated fire extinguisher area, i.e. over there, Foxx. Absolutely. Bill says he got fed up with the jump scares of the bloodsuckers. I'm not looking at the screen. He's writing notes, isn't he? Wibblikins. Edward says, I need to get the patience to program. Yeah, I was watching a YouTube video on it, Edward, and I must admit, I was like, damn, there's quite a lot of in-depth programmage on there, mate. And I was quite impressed because I 3D printed for mine an adapter that goes between the levers and the stick so that you can put your controller on there, because obviously some of the menus you need your Xbox controller, don't you, to navigate. So I just 3D printed this little attachment to attach them both together, and then the controller clips in the middle of it, mate. And yeah, so I haven't got round to program. Perhaps I should sit and do that one day and see what we get, mate. Jeff Light says, I know you love 40k type models. Do you actually play the game? I'm sure he read that. Edward says he has the T-Flight. I'm just doing this because I can read the chat out. This is bizarre. Bill says, I've started killing everything after the last patch because I'm a loot goblin and the NPCs now nick all the good stuff, every one of them. I've not played it since the patch came through, Bill. Has it actually made the game a little bit more playable then? So, yeah, I will endeavour to get back into it just to see what the patch does, because I've not loaded it up since. Edward's laughing at PJ. This is funny, Edward, isn't it? Because, yeah, this is quite comical. Let's try to get the iPad to do the chat again. There you go. Let's refresh it. Bill's putting a £2 super chat. And he's going, thank you very, very kindly, Bill. Muchly appreciated, mate. I will go back up and do a little thank you, heartykins for the first one you put in, mate. Let's try and see why my chat is not all showing up on my screen. There it is. Edward says, I think he should do 12 minutes of interrupted dance instead of being silent. Yes. What we should do is make him have a 5-minute conversation on why Blue Thunder is better than Airwolf. What do you think, folks? Yeah, bless him. Jeff Light says, Foxx, you're going to have to learn sign language, the polite version. Yeah, well said, Jeff. Well said, mate. But yeah, I can just imagine now that PJ is sat back in his man cave with his feet on his bench with the most smug expression on his face ever. Because you did it last time, PJ, we did this, didn't you? You started the ball rolling and yeah. Sure. Deep down, I can tell he's hating every minute of this, Fox. Look at him. He's, yeah. Oh, bless you. Oh, you got your bottom lip out. Is that a Wibblekins? Bless him. PJ says, well done, Bill. That's another 2 minutes of silence. Phil Bolton has put in a $10 super chat. He says, let's discuss the chassis-ness of the Blue Thunder. Yes, I think James Farentino was an absolute brilliant actor. And I think the helicopter in that programme was the most stunning replication of a stealth helicopter. So much so that the American government built the Apache based on Blue Thunder's epic design criteria. That's what I'm saying, and I'm sticking to it. Because Airwolf is bish. Should never have been on the telly. Bill says it was payday. Oh, bless you. But yes, Blue Thunder. What do you think in the chat, folks? Was Blue Thunder better than Airwolf? Discuss. I think it was the only realistic helicopter-based program that was on TV in that era. I think it was excellent. PJ says, I think I started a trend. Yeah, thank you very much, PJ. Yeah, it does help, folks. You wouldn't believe it, how much it's going to help me out. So, yeah. It's not helping Fox out at all because he's having to sit there taking all this grief. But he does. I'll give him credit. He is a good sport for doing it. So I've got to say that because the crying when we come off air, it's going to be quite pitiful. I will record it for you, folks. Yeah, no, but yeah, the blubbing is just going to be up there. Yeah. What else is going on? Yeah, Bill says, I think it was payday this week and I don't smoke anymore, so I can keep this going all night. Oh, bless you. Thank you so much. But please bear in mind, folks, you know, you've all got bills to pay as well. And I know how important every penny is to you all. So just take care of yourselves as well. That's all I ask. But I am massively, massively grateful. And also, I get to just look at him and go, Blue Thunder, chassis. Yeah. Can you mispronunciate Airwolf is bish? What do you think? Yeah. And of course, it had the far better cast was in Blue Thunder as well. You know, there was an epic lineup of Hollywood's finest in that show. None of these wannabe sort of graveyard actors that had nothing good to do. Jeff says that's a distinct possibility. Happy days. He put something in front of the camera there. I didn't see it. Wibblekins. Wibblekins. Yeah. Blue Thunder. Yeah. I bet deep down he's got a Blue Thunder duvet. That's what I reckon. I know what I should do. I think for his birthday we should get him the DVD box set of Blue Thunder. Visual social comment from Fox. Nuts. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Bless his heart. Jeff Light says, my vote is for Blue Thunder. Well done, Jeff. I knew I liked you for a reason, mate. I really do. And yeah, it's a wise choice there, Mr. Light. It really is. Yeah. Fudge. But yeah. There was a model kit of Blue Thunder and I was tempted to do it. I've got an STL file of it and I was going to build it and send it to him for Christmas because I know he'd appreciate it. I've been that it's a gift, see, he can't throw it away, he's got to keep it. You know, and I would say to his mum, make sure he puts this on display and doesn't hide it in a box, because, yeah. All frantically writing now. There is. I know there is. And you know what that was based on? That was based on that brilliantly designed helicopter that was in the #1 TV show, Blue Thunder Fox. See? Don't have none of these namby-pamby airwolves going around, do we? No. It's the ruggedness of Blue Thunder that I liked. Made for the hardcore helicopter enthusiast. Bill says we'll have a GoFundMe for next Friday. Oh, bless you. Yeah. Yeah. Get Festa a new PC motherboard. Yeah. Let's. How's he doing, folks? Is he still sulking? He is, isn't he? Oh, bless. Bless. Oh. Oh, he's got a timer ready for when he can come back. Bless you. Right, that's the engine done. That'll be going into the chassis at some point tonight. Actually, it can go in next. There you go. Look at that. Big days. Oh, we're going in and through there, so we can have a bit of glue on the end of that as well. Phil Bolton says T-Public has a fine selection of Blue Thunder T-shirts. Oh, nice one, mate. Do they do them in extra bottom lip size for the gurus? Oh, dear. Jeff Light says, I couldn't get into Airwolf. No, the storyline was bish, mate, wasn't it? You know, this is why it tanked like it did, because, yeah. You know, no one watched Airwolf. Come on, let's be honest. He's not going to let me forget tonight. It's going to go on all week. He's going to be mentioning this for days, folks. Do realise what you've done. There you go. So that's the engine sitting in the chassis. Looking rather, not as good as the chassis for the Blue Thunder Epic helicopter, folks. Just thought I'd clarify that. But it's there, isn't it? Look, chassis. Chassis. So yeah, I'll be going on there later then, Phil, T-Public, just to look at these epic T-shirts, see whether they do them in extra GNU size. Because I can be that cruel. He wants to call me a name. I know he does. I can feel it building up. You do realise when he comes back on air, he's going to be like a little uncoiled spring of foxness. You do realise this. But no, props for being a good sport. That's all I'll say. I've got to say this, folks, because he will talk to his mum about this in the morning. And he'll be all nuzzled with his feet curled up on the armchair next to him going, but Mum, they all did it and they all laughed at me. I'm milking this for all it's worth. Because payback is going to be a biatch. He will get me back, folks. He really will. My life on Xbox the next time we do a party is going to be pain. I know. So I am prepared. Give that a little scrapykins. And of course, if I really want to wind him up, I could always turn around and say Jar couldn't play keyboard. Oh, look at the bend on that sanding stick, folks. Oh dear. See, folks, this is what you tune in for on a frolic. See, you know, we are like the proverbial old married couple, us two. There are still people out there that think that we don't get on because we bicker at each other, but that's what we do. That's what mates do. You have your laughs and your jokes, but yeah, it's like, why do you stream together? You don't get on. Actually, we do, but we can get on each other's nerves at times, and we know that. But Blue Thunder is still the best. I could just imagine Fox running around as a young kid in his Poncherello t-shirt from Chips, going, but Airwolf is really rubbish. I want to watch Blue Thunder instead. And his dad's going, no, you'll watch Airwolf, son. But I want to watch Blue Thunder. I want to watch Poncherello on his big man motorcycle. Yeah. Oh, he's squirming. He's going to get me. Oh, dear, folks. See? Where'd you get entertainment like this on the YouTubes? You don't, do you? This isn't a serious bottling show on here, folks. Sorry, I apologise for that, but yeah. What are you saying, Colin? Says Edward Leonard. Airwolf sucks. Edward Leonard's gone to the top of the leaderboard there. Well done, Edward. Yeah. See, he knows. See? I always liked Edward. So yes, we are looking at probably re-kickstarting the E-Models Monday shows, hopefully at the beginning of April. If not, it'll definitely be the beginning of May. So I will keep you appraised, folks, and we'll put posts in on all the appropriate groups, etc., when we know that the show's going to go back live. PJ says Fox triggers number 45B. Vangelis and Jean-Michel Jarre were overrated, and Jeff Lynne can sing for toffee. Absolutely. And Jeff Lynne's glasses were stupid Roy Orbison fake copies. That's what they were. Oh, dear. Jeff Light says, if you like helicopter chases, try David Jansen's Birds of Prey. That's a good shout. Bill says, I'm just looking at who's still watching. That's going to jump in with a super chat just as the timer runs out. Ah, we can't be that cruel to him. We can't be that cruel to him, bless him. He's played well tonight. Bless his heart. Yeah. What are we now? 20 to 3. We're looking, I'm going to look at around about 3 to 3:30 to wind things down. I think that'll be enough for me then. So, yeah, bless him. So if you want to let him back in, we could let him back in at whatever time he runs out. Yeah, bless him. Because he has taken it on the chin. And I can't be that cruel to him. Not at the moment. Thunder, Blue Thunder. I bet you the first sentence he says is, I'll have you know. Yeah. Yeah. It's going to happen. He's now sitting there Googling everything as to why he thinks, yeah, his choice of helicopter show is better than mine. I can see it. And then it's going to go on to chicken and mushroom pot noodles. There's one for you, folks. That's another one that will get him going. Who thinks that beef and tomato is the most beautiful pot noodle? And who thinks that chicken and mushroom should be on the let's not make that anymore list because no one buys it because it's bish? I knew that would get him. Yeah, knew that would get him. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that Vangelis, yeah, Jeff Lynne can't sing for that. I think you pretty much have nailed that one, PJ. I think that's one that is going to run very deep. The wounds for that are, yeah. I can see there's going to be a huge defence on their attributes of their talent coming up. So. Phil Barton says mushrooms, you. Bill says white gloves. Good one, Bill. Yes, the virtues of wearing white gloves. Yeah, that's another conversation we can have. I must admit, I am impressed with the scratch building prowess that I've seen emerging from Guru Towers this week. I am mightily proud. I'm as proud of him for doing that as he is of my gaming prowess this week because, yeah, he's kind of pushed the boat out a little bit and I'm quite impressed with him for doing that. So, yeah. Of course, you lot are never going to hear the last of it. There is that, but I'd brag as well, to be quite honest with you, because, yeah. Edward's laughing out loud. It's fun, Edward, isn't it? Bless him. Marcy, if you're watching this back tomorrow, darling, yes, it is this much fun, love. Oh, dear. The thing is, PJ started a trend. It is this easy, folks. It is this very easy for Festa to get a word in, see? That's all you got to remember. Bill says not to mention his super gluing skills. Oh, too soon. Bless him. He's not got long left now, has he? Oh, look at that. He's doing well. Jeff says, I haven't had a pot noodle in years. I've never felt the urge. When you do, mate, there's only going to be one left on the shelf, and that will be the beef and tomato, which is obviously the best and only choice that you can make out there. It's more nutritionally beneficial to you than chicken and namby-pamby mushrooms because, yeah, whereas the epic beef and tomato puts manly hairs on your chests and it's like yard broom bristles, mate. You know, it's proper manly pot noodle. None of this, I want to be a namby-pamby princess, that's why I'm eating chicken and mushroom. Because I watch second-rate helicopter programs rather than the top-notch one that all the men wear, or the man watch. Edward says, cheers, Fox. Big thumbs up. Yeah, bless him. He has taken it well. Always does. He's a good sport, really. And a big thanks to everyone that's contributed because, yeah, it does help and it's all done as jest and funnage. Oh, he's so going to kick my ass when he comes back on. I know it. I can feel it. I can feel it building up.
There you go. I'm back.
Well done, mate.
I will kick your ass, but when you least expect it.
It's funny. It's enjoyable.
Really, when you're not expecting it, I'll suddenly appear and do something. Just don't ever poop again.
I think PJ got you with the Vangelis. That was good.
Yeah.
But that's payback for the eye twitches from the bluey cars, isn't it?
Well, yeah, that is turnabout is fair play. That means he's got his revenge on me, but he hasn't got his revenge on you yet.
Yeah, he has done because of the photoshopping he did with the hot pants and.
Yeah, that's true. But that was before.
You know, so he's more than had his revenge on me. So
I've got something important to show you, Festa. You ready?
Oh, let's just put me knife down, mate. Oh,
Horsey toes.
No.
Horsey toes.
Oh, it's the fact that they're doing that. Oh, no.
Horsey toes.
Oh, that is so wrong.
I knew you'd like that.
Jeff Light says beef and smarter it will be. An inspired choice there, Jeff.
I love this idea that you've got that pot noodles provide any nutritional value of any kind. It's quite charming.
I know. I knew that would get you.
Bless you, my child.
Hey, mate, I'm easily pleased, mate. I'm easily pleased. And I'm uber-duper in H's good books because my mostly vegetable diet is so impressing her.
Is it?
Yeah, no complaining or anything. She's like, yeah.
Is it not making you like extra gassy though?
A little.
Then again, it's you. What am I talking about? You can't be extra gassy. You can't be more gassy than you already are.
Yeah, there is video evidence of me and my gassiness. PJ says you're a good sport, Fox. He is. He is a good sport. So yeah, I'd just like to point that out.
I don't mind. I don't mind the fact that the only way to shut me up is to give Festa money.
Yeah. Bless him.
Wolf's better.
Yeah. You muttering under your breath there, mate?
I said nothing. No. Don't know what
you sure?
I didn't say a thing.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking.
Blue Thunder wins.
Blue Thunder, my ass.
Blue Thunder's top dog, top banana.
Blue Thunder's just made of nonsense.
It's Hardman's helicopter. None of this namby-pamby sissiness helicopter. Proper
7
helicopter.
seasons of Airwolf, mate. 1 season of Blue Thunder.
Yeah, but
2 seasons of Blue Thunder. I'll give you
it's because it's the best. See, less is more. wanted you clambering for more, didn't it? Yeah.
So desperate. Yes. Have you seen that? Have you seen that part work of the
Apache? Yeah.
Is it, I think it's 1/24th. It might even be bigger. I don't know, but it's like I saw it and I was like, oh, blimey.
It's one of those though, and it's like we were saying the other night. Where are you going to put it?
Yeah, that is.
That is the dilemma with a lot of them. You know, we've both had that conversation where we're like, yeah, got to find a home for it now.
Yeah. It's like, I know you want me to do more, but I don't know where to put them.
Yeah. That's why I'm waiting now until all mine have run their course so I can choose wisely.
Yes. PJ says, all pot noodles, regardless of flavour, are gash. No. Now you've offended both of us. I don't want to do super chats anymore. I want you guys to get most of the money, so you need to do PayPal or something, says Edward.
Yes. We're on PayPal, mate.
Yes, Festa has a special PayPal account. It's Madame Krusty Bits at...
Yeah, it's just going in there. There you go.
Then he gets 100% of any money you send him.
That's the PayPal one. But, it's one that we don't often remember to put in because we tend to forget about it. But
yeah, for a lot of people, it's the convenience of just super chat while they're in the chat. But
ignore that drumming noise. It's not an actual drum. It's the heavy rain we've got hitting the windowsill.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I can't hear it on my earpiece.
Yeah, just in case people think it's someone tapping a drum. It's not. It's the
little CIA guy that lives in his radiator.
Yeah, it's the heavy rainstorm we're currently having.
Heavy rainstorm that we're currently having.
Get your heavy rainstorms here, hooray for a band.
Don't forget the old man.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Don't forget the old man. He's like the scruffy trader in the game because he buys all the really crappy weapons that nobody else will buy. He's the only seller that will do like poor condition weapons, buy poor condition weapons. So he's got dead cheap prices, but he also pays less.
Have you a bit of that?
Have you a bit of that? Bill says, now if you really want a badass helicopter, there's always Budgie the little helicopter. Oh, dear Lord.
Oh, Golden Bennett. Yeah, that was, what's her name, wasn't it?
Fergie.
That was her. Yeah.
It just reminded me, I was searching for something the other day, and I can't remember what I was searching for, but one of the image results came up was a cover of a Budgie book, and it was like, wow, that artwork is terrible.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I was searching for now. Something weird. Usually.
I dread to think with your search history, to be quite honest with you,
my search
mate.
history is interesting to say the least, let's say.
Yeah, but you're like me. We go on an IDBM Google food, don't we? It's like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Something comes up on the telly and you're like, cast and crew. Oh, let's go and see what else they've been in. And that's it. Hours later, you're like, yeah, why am I doing this?
I'm the kind of person that when I'm watching a programme, and let's say the characters walk past, they're walking down a street, and you know it's a real street, and there's a shop with a really obvious name.
Yeah.
I go and find it on Google Maps and find out where that street is.
Do you drop a pin?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I've got like pins in like Dexter Morgan's house and things like that. You know, this is like
I've got. There was a hotel in a couple of episodes of. I think it was Bones, but it might have been NCIS. But they used the same hotel a couple of different times and made it look different.
Yeah,
and I was like, I know they've rebranded the hotel for the TV program, but there's a shop across the road called like it's got a really obvious name. So I looked it up. And it's like, there's that street.
Oh yeah.
I looked up Castle's apartment.
Oh right, yeah.
I've got a pin for that.
Yeah, I'm so glad I'm not the only person that does that.
No, I do that.
Like, yes, get in.
There was what was it I watched? There was an episode where they were. It was an episode of. It was British, and it was something old, and they were stood on top of a little balcony above a shop, and I went and found it on Google Maps. It was in London somewhere, and I went and found
soldier.
it. What was that? I was watching though. Oh, it wasn't the Bill. It was something else. It
wasn't New Avengers or something like that, was it?
No, it wasn't that old. It was like, I can't remember what it was now. It wasn't something ultra modern, but it wasn't old either. I can't remember now. And I only found it purely because there was a chemist underneath where they were stood, and you had like 2/3 of the phone number.
Yeah.
So I looked it up and found the chemist and found the shop.
Yeah,
that'd be great. I'd be a great stalker.
Oh yeah, I've got a pin in Lombard Street. You know, the wiggly wobbly one that's always in all the films.
Oh yeah.
That's like, yeah.
Plastic card on this, haven't I? Because I did it on the other guy. That's a point.
I'm so happy now. I thought people would think I was nuts for doing that. It's like,
no, I look all that stuff up.
Someone else does it. It's like, yeah, Dexter Morgan's house. Yeah.
Oh, it was just, there was a scrapyard in something, and I can't remember what it was. It was in London somewhere, and it was this amazing scrapyard with there was like a gateway.
Yeah.
And then there was like an old 1950s lorry above the little gateway, like they just put it up on the platform.
Oh, right, yeah.
And I went to look for that and found that. The lorry's gone now.
I think I had the bendy lamppost out of Minder as well, with a pin in it. Yeah. Wrote the tune. Yeah.
Write the fade tune, sing the fade tune. Oh, it might have been New Tricks, actually, the location. It was actually New Tricks, funnily enough. Well reminding. How's that for a connection?
Absolutely.
Call James Burke.
James Burke, legend.
He's still going, you know.
Yeah. Purveyor of the best turtleneck collection in the world.
Yep, and the best safari suit.
Yeah. God, that was it. Yeah. Yeah,
it was Sagan that had the turtleneck. It was
Jeff Light says, Raid, he says, I seriously thought that was you or Fox tapping. No, I've got an alcove just to the right of the man cave with me wheelchair ramp in it. And the Raid, it's my open window, and it just ricochets onto the plastic or whatever the stuff's made of. And
I had an alcove, but I took some pills for it.
Yeah, so yeah, that's what it is, mate. A very distinctive tappy noise, but
tappity 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 tap.
Tappity tap, boom boom, tappity tap.
Super match game. Ooh.
Right, 5 minutes, mate, and we'll call it. Yeah, if that's all right.
In that case, I shall cut this little piece of plastic card, and that shall be my done.
Yeah. Unless you want to go maximum to half past, but
I'll go as long as you want to go, mate.
Yeah, it's up to you. It's up to you. If you want to do a bit more, we'll go to half past maximum, mate. Yeah. What do you reckon?
Call the shots, buddy. You can call the shots.
No, we'll go to half past and then call it. Then decision's made.
That works. Decision is made.
That lets you get your little bits and that sounds wrong.
It lets me get my bits out on the bench.
Walk away from the edge of the precipice, Festa.
Oh, it pinged off into oblivion.
I'm so glad it's not just me that's been dropping these bits all night.
No, I cut the bit off the plastic card that I wanted, but the rest of the plastic card went into space.
Oh, no.
A little tiny bit of plastic card on his saddle thing there, just because I did it on the other guy, so I've got to make them all match now.
Do you know, I'm so proud of you with your scratch building prowessness, mate. You've really come on leaps and bounds.
Thing is, it's underneath and no one will ever see it, but it also covers up a seam. So
yeah, but you know it's there.
Got the Minder theme in my head now.
You do realise that earworm will keep you awake all night.
Mm-hmm. Do you like my coffee stirrers? I've got more than 3.
Yes, I do believe I received a stash of them.
Yes, I think you got 500 of my 1,000.
Yeah, it's like
maybe 300.
We do this now and then. We late night Amazon shop, but we never read the quantity.
Yeah, we never look at the numbers. We just look at the words.
It's like, oh, I ordered some of them, and then the box arrives, and you're like, oh dear.
See, that's the entire reason why Mama Wolf ordered 48 cans of sprouts.
I know.
And I ended up with a great solution to that problem.
Oh, really? What'd you do?
Because I was thinking a lot, what I'm going to do with them. They're out of date. I can't give them away.
Yeah.
I thought about I could bury them in the garden. Just because I can't take them to tip, because I really can't be bothered emptying 48 cans of sprouts, because what do I do with the sprouts? I've got to drain them somewhere. That's a pain in the bum. But in the end, I suddenly realised we've got builders putting a toilet in downstairs, and there's dirty great big skip on the driveway.
Yeah. Their problem. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the skip company's problem. Thank you.
Yeah. See, I would have just emptied them out and dug them into the soil.
I never thought of that. But then again, I don't want to trap mice. I'll do it at the bottom of the garden, then I just feed the foxes.
Yeah, it just gets really, what's the word?
Absorbed.
Yeah, composted, doesn't it? You know, absorbed.
Absorbed.
Then the tins just go down the recycling, don't they? Job done.
You know what they'd encourage? Microbes.
Microbes. You like microbes, don't you?
Microbes. Microbes are great.
Thing the other night when we was in the Xbox thing, wasn't it? I said microbes. He's like, could you say that again? God, say
that again, because I had my little headphone. I was say that again. Microbes.
Microbes. Can't beat.
Did you like when I was trying to insult you by pointing at my horse's backside?
Oh yeah, I saw it.
I couldn't call you that, but I could point to it.
Little bits died inside when I saw it. I did let out a tear.
Yeah, well, you encouraged it.
But that's all right. I'm over it now, mate.
I can let you look at some horsey toes if you want.
No, I'm not going to look at the screen. Oh, they really make you squirm, don't they?
They're just not good, are they?
No. That's up there with Widge on the old squig off, innit?
Oh, yeah. Did you, I don't think you've seen yet, I sent you a little tiny video in Facebook Messenger earlier.
Oh, did you? I'll have a look at Lou later.
Yeah, little thing from Cyberpunk. You appreciate it.
Oh, have you been doing characters again?
No, it's the same character.
Oh, dear. Oh, God, I dread to think. I just dawned on me, yeah, I dread, yeah.
Yeah, I'm dreading it, aren't you?
As soon as you said the same character, I'm like, oh, my God.
Yes.
Oh, dear. I fell for that last time. I've created this really great character. What do you think? And I'm like, oh, my God. I'll leave it there.
Yeah, I'll leave that up to you to explain or not.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah.
Hey, I'm like you. If you give me options, I'm going to take all of them.
Exactly. I'm like, didn't expect that.
That would have been a surprise.
Yeah. Don't forget the old man.
Don't forget the old man. I should put that video in the boom hut and stuff.
Oh, you should do, mate. You should do, yeah. Because people ain't going to know what we're on about. It's a bit like, I like peas.
I like peas.
I like peas. I really like peas. Can you see up my nose?
I'm falling in.
I don't like canals.
Yeah. Oh,
so going to hell, I really am.
Yeah, we are.
Oh dear, let's pop that on there.
Don't forget the old man. I can't find it now.
There you go.
I don't know if I can save it.
What's that, mate?
The video, I don't know if I can save it now. I can't remember what. I'll find it somewhere. I'll put it in the, I'll put it in the Festas group later.
Yeah, it'll turn up. But it'll let you get what we're on about.
Mm.
I'm sure I've got one of the nice peas Norma bit, you know what I mean? But it's copyright.
Nice peas Norma.
So yeah, because yeah. Nice peas, Norma. I like peas.
Oh, there we go. Put it in your group at this exact moment so people can see with that.
Oh, you legend, you.
I'm a legend.
Right, that's that, and that. Still not 100% happy with that radiator, you know. Saying that, it's pretty dishevelled, isn't it? Because it's got to be rusted up yet, because it's abandoned. Duh.
Of course, anyone that's not watching this stream would be like, what the hell? Why is
what
posted that up? I don't understand.
Are them two on about? Okie dokie. Edward Les says probably, Bill, get your bits out. Bill says the camera I just accidentally bought was a result of late night scrolling. I made them an offer they should have refused and they didn't. Yes. Yeah, late night eBay has caught many of us out, Bill. Believe you me, mate. Yeah. Late night Amazon as well.
Oh yeah. Well, a friend of mine actually, for a joke, listed a haunted beer can on eBay, and somebody actually bought it for 50 quid.
Oh yeah.
It was just an empty beer can. So he made up a nice story for it, and then
you'll be amazed. I mean, his lordship said that to me. You'll be amazed at some of the things people will buy on eBay, and I've seen it all. You know what I mean? It's like. Oh, yeah. You sit there and you're like, really? Someone's bought that?
Put it in your group. I don't know if it'll be live yet because it's a video file, so it might take a second.
So find out.
I could be so good for you.
Let's do a refresh. Oh, yeah, it's up there, mate.
Oh, lovely. Don't forget the old man.
Yeah, so yeah, you can see it there. There you go, folks. It's live and instant group. I went all northern then.
You went all northern, lad. Up in this reek, lad.
Yeah.
Hang on, my thing popped out. Ooh.
Do you like that?
My little thing popped out, sorry.
What's the doctor about that, mate?
Yeah, if it keeps happening, I will.
Yeah, bow, 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 bow.
I'll get myself a beaded curtain. Do you know? Oh, I just remembered. It doesn't seem that long ago that I was driving about a mile or two down the main road to our local video store.
Right.
To rent videos of Deep Space Nine. I go in and you'll have like a collection of Deep Space Nine. It was probably like the first 1 or 2 seasons, and that's all they had. So I'd go, and each video had like 3 episodes on it.
Yeah.
So I would go in and I'd get a couple of them. And I'd never watched Deep Space Nine before, and I saw one episode and thought,
out of interest, are them sort of shops still a thing? Rental shops like that, because obviously everything now is streamed in it and all of that.
No, there's no demand for it.
I can remember
DVDs, but
going to branded rental shops, I won't say the name, and you would end up renting a video that had obviously been played to within a millimetre of its life, and it would be as shonky as anything.
Oh yeah.
And you would be frantically playing with the tracking button in the hope that you could get it playable. And I didn't know whether they was still a thing or not.
No, nobody does VCRs anymore, video anymore.
You know, whether
DVDs,
whether it went to DVDs or whether them shops still exist, because
they did, and then they started doing games as well and music. I think they're all gone now.
Oh, really? So yeah, it went well then.
Well, apparently in America, there's one single Blockbuster store left. I think it's still going. It might have died.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
and I think they just sell like merchandise for the fun factor rather than
Yeah.
it's the last Blockbuster store.
Yeah, for nostalgia purposes.
Yes. Yeah, no, it's all gone now.
Wow.
It's like, I think Sony are actually stopping manufacturing Blu-rays.
Really?
I think I heard in the next year or so they're going to stop making them because.
Well, this was the thing, because optical media was the next big thing, and it's ironic that CD came out to replace vinyl, yet here we are, people are now buying vinyl and turntables again.
Yep.
Didn't vinyl outsell CDs recently for the first time in years?
Well, that's the thing, because if it's like, if you buy vinyl, you're a very specific kind of customer.
Yes.
There's still people that buy reel-to-reel tape.
Yeah.
Very rare, but they do it. But there's no reason to buy CDs because that's just.
There are people out there that have still got 8 tracks in their car, mate.
Yeah, but there's no like nostalgia for CDs because it's just there's no character to them. So people that buy the old turntables.
Well, they're not collectible things. I mean, I can remember double gatefold albums and picture discs and different colour vinyl, and it was a thing, wasn't it? You'd get home and you would open up this gatefold album and slide the record out, and it's
that's the
one
thing.
of them, wasn't it?
It's a collector thing now for vinyl, and there's nostalgia as well. But CDs will never have that because they're just digital, bland. But I'm sure I read that they're actually going to stop making Blu-rays as well now. So it's like I just think for music, it's now pretty much.
I can't remember the last time I loaded a Blu-ray, but it's funny. Some of the big TV shows like West Wing and things, I bought the box sets because you like to have them, don't you? It's like things like the West Wing, The Wire, programs like that. It's like, I will get the box set of that because...
I bought the box set of Cosmos because there's nowhere to really watch it on TV. Yes. On the internet. There's no one got the license to stream it.
Yeah.
And I got Stargate, but the irony was it's not exactly great quality, the Stargate one. It's just 480p, I think.
Yeah.
DVD. And I got Stargate set and then continued to watch it online anyway. So I got the whole box set for Stargate for like £8 billion and never used it. Because it's easier just to press play than actually put a disc in Xbox or whatever. But disc media now. It's like when was the last time I
sometimes to have the physical media, isn't it? I think PJ's a collector, if I remember right.
Yeah, but it's like when was the last time a PC came with a CD player or a DVD drive by default? Years,
exactly.
10 years. I had a load of my CD collection that I wanted. I needed to make space. So I needed to get rid of a load of my old CDs and stuff. So I thought I need to get them on my PC and just rip them from. The CDs.
Just rip them through. Yeah.
It took me about a week to find a USB DVD player.
Oh yeah, that's all I used on mine. I just sit it on the bench here and plug it into the port and load something, but it's very rare I need to do it.
Yeah, but it actually took me a week to find one on Amazon. Yeah. There was just none. It's like ridiculous. I'm like, wow, there's not even a demand for these things anymore.
No, they're like hen's teeth. Yeah, no. I can remember getting them for my boys. They're like, why have you bought us these? Because there's going to be some point you're going to need one to plug into your computer. At least you've got one. I still got an old iAmega zip drive.
Yeah, I've got one somewhere.
Yeah, no, I've got an A drive that is connectable to the PC. It's like, it's just there. PJ says, I'll still buy physical media. I thought it was you, mate. Yes,
I
Bill.
think I'll leave that horsey there because there's not much point doing much more.
Yeah, good memory there, Bill. He says, I remember when Netflix was DVDs in the post. That was it. Used to watch them and send them back. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they started.
That was right. Blimey. A blast from the past. Things that you used to have that you miss.
It's funny, talking about like preferring older media. When I was looking into synthesizers and stuff, and I was thinking, right, well, if I'm going to get a synthesizer, later this year or next year, I'm going to need something to record it on.
Yeah.
And I used to have like a studio. This was like the 1990s. So it was a hard drive studio 8-track multi-track recorder.
Oh, right. Yeah.
With the separate display thing and everything. It was like, you know, proper studio kit. And that was the bee's knees back in those days, you know. And I thought, right, well, I know you can get all the software now, and I can do it on my computer, but I kind of want a physical object that I can twiddle knobs and sliders.
Yeah, like the old media desk, recording desks and things like that. Yeah.
But the very first thing I ever started on was a 4-track multi-track recorder that took a cassette and it recorded 4 different tracks. And I looked it up, and they do like little SD card versions now, like 8-track, studio 8 tracks, and they're like this big. And you get 8 sets of sliders and all the pans and pots. And I'm like, I could get one of them. Yeah. Because I could just hook it up to the PC and record on recording software, but I prefer a little tiny, I don't know, a lot more limited, but I prefer the limitations of.
Oh, yeah. Bill Bolton says I had 300 DVDs at one point, but a year ago I just packed them up in a 50-disc bundles and gave them to the neighbours over Facebook. Yeah.
Yep. All my CD collection, most of which I've burned now and copied.
Yeah.
Apart from a few specific ones I've kept, I took them to the local recycling centre, and they got the big like metal box where you open the top and just put in books and DVDs, and I just poured them all in there.
Yeah. And it's surprising how it's no longer a thing, isn't it? It's surprising because I can remember tomorrow as well. This optical media is going to be around forever, and it's like, it's all gone now.
Well, it's like in my car. My car is 2002 Fiesta, and it's got the original stereo in it, Ford stereo.
Yeah.
The RDS, whatever it is, and that's got a CD player, CD and radio.
Yeah.
And it's like that hasn't worked for about 3 years, and I keep meaning to get around to getting a new stereo, and I keep thinking to myself, it won't have a CD in it now. It'll just be an MP3.
Well, my car's got an audio cassette player. It's just like, yeah, that's what came with it. It's like, it's mad, isn't it? It's like, yeah.
If I get one now, it'll just be a USB slot.
Who else in their car had the audio cassette with the little white buttons on it that ejected it? You always had a biro in there just in case you needed it.
Always had a biro in that little, not in the glove box, but in the little sort of gutter bit where you put
the
stuff.
little gutter just in front where the cassettes were stored. Just like, Yep,
absolutely.
Always.
Sierra dashboards were great for that because they had the big recessed area you could just put all the pens and stuff in.
Yeah.
Do you remember the days like you wherever you went, especially on like A roads or motorways, you'd always go along, and for any reason, if you had to stop, there'd always be like a pile of audio cassette tape just in a pile on the floor.
Yeah.
Because it's just unspooled and just blown across the motorway or something.
Yeah.
You'd always find them.
Isn't it funny, though, the things we remember?
Oh, yeah. Phil says, all I've got left are a couple of anime DVDs I love, the Monty Python and Young Ones and the Lord of the Rings extended box set.
Yeah, I do like a nice box set, you know, especially on a movie series, like you say, like Lord of the Rings. They'll bring out a super duper director's cut multi DVD or Blu-ray. It's like, you got to have it, ain't you? You're like, physical media. I don't know about you, PJ will probably experience it, but you've got it, and it's there. It's physical.
Yeah. That's the same with me with Stargate. I got it, but I've never watched it.
Yeah.
I've just watched it online instead.
H does it, you know, films that she remembers, you know, she'll see a box set of it come out, and it's like, I'm going to get that because it's permanent, isn't it? It's just there.
I was debating whether to get the box set of The West Wing, but...
Yeah, I saw it, and I'm like, I'm having that. Because it's classic cult television, isn't it? And it's like...
Yeah, but the difficulty is like, 15 years ago, I just put the DVD in my PC and watch it.
Yeah.
But I can't do that now.
I've got a Blu-ray player connected up to the TV in the lounge. So it's like,
now I'd have to like turn the Xbox on and then turn the big telly on the surround system, and it's like, just to watch a DVD, I can watch on the computer.
Dude, I've got an all-in-one VHS and DVD recorder unit also connected up to the TV because I can transfer stuff over and just because I've got a video capture thing on there, so just. Capture it all to the PC, and it's like happy days.
Oh, apologies, I sneezed there.
That's all right, don't apologise. But you've got to have these things, like you say, it's physical media, and it's just like,
You can't grow up in the scary thing is, right, and this is the real scary thing. We've lived through the entire life cycle of a form of a medium.
Yeah.
Like the CD, because CDs are dead now. We've lived through the birth and death of an entire medium.
Yeah, and VHS, VCR.
Yep. Yep.
PJ says he's on about getting a record deck so he can rebuild his vinyl collection. Yeah. It's the one thing I never got rid of. I've always had a turntable, you know. And
yeah. There's a lot of good turns. That's the funny thing now. I watch Tecmo.
Yeah.
He's kind of realised that you can still buy very, very good turntables nowadays.
Yes.
But the one thing you will never buy now, no matter how much money you spend, is a good tape deck.
No, that's right.
Because all the tape decks that are around now are made by one company and they're really crappy plastic. They're not proper metal bedded tape decks.
No, mine's all metal, mate.
Yeah, and he said basically the old Walkmans had like proper metal mechanisms and they're brilliant. He said modern stuff, it's all plastic and crap. You can't buy a decent tape deck.
Yeah.
Even top of the range, they're just the same crappy plastic tape decks nowadays.
Shame,
don't
isn't
bother
it?
buying tape decks now. Yeah. He says it's better to buy an old one and refurbish it than buy a new one because they're all terrible.
Just goes to show you, everyone was junking all of that stuff, and it's like, no.
Yeah. We've still got somewhere an original first generation Walkman here somewhere.
Yeah.
That's got like the pitch control and the speed control and the microphone on it.
Yeah.
I have to put these away while I've got the chance. Oh, my legs
Sony
have gone to
Walkmans.
sleep.
Yeah, I remember when they first came out.
Yeah.
I think I've still got a first generation iPod somewhere.
Wow, I never had an iPod. We've got like many iPads. Every time an iPad gets replaced, we just put the old one down on the shelf downstairs.
Yeah.
There's like a stack of iPads and iPhones.
Yeah, I've got an iPhone collection.
Oh, you know, I found that Nokia phone the other week and I showed it on camera.
Yeah.
I found another one. But this was I don't know what it was. It was one that it flipped up like that.
Yeah.
But I found it on a shelf, but all the rubbery bits had gone kind of nasty and sticky.
Oh no, really?
And I don't know if it's like the rubber had just perished and gone sticky and glinky, or if it's because it was downstairs and we used to smoke and it's just smoke.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it was like, it's organic. Ooh.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's growing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's alive.
Yeah, I've still got my old Motorola Razr flip phone.
Flip phone.
Kind of made your day, wouldn't it? I had it on here doing the flipping noises. It's like, yeah.
I am so tempted to buy the latest Nokia flip phone. The current one, because it's so thin and slim and it looks it's a dumb phone.
Yeah.
But it's like, because I don't use my phone for very much apart from phone calls and text messages.
No, H uses dumb phones as burners when she goes up to the city.
But the one thing I need is a good camera, and then I still have to carry two phones then, one for a camera and one for the phone bit.
Yeah, she never takes a decent phone into the city because of all the moped muggers, so to speak. And it's like, she just takes an old flip phone as a burner. Makes logical sense, doesn't it? You know?
Mm. Yeah, if ever I have to go out and I take my phone with me, I never actually use it when I'm out. If I need to take a phone call, I either wait and go into a shop or something.
How many times do you see people walking around like this with a phone held out?
I don't understand.
Or with selfie sticks walking along the road. It's like, you're waiting for someone to come and do it to you, aren't you?
I need someone to explain to me why people do that holding the phone out in front of them thing.
Because of the whole microwaving with the phone at the side of your head thing way back when. So people walk along now with their phone out like this.
But it was nonsense.
Yeah, I know.
But young people do it.
I know they do. I see it all the time, mate. I see it all the time. So yeah.
Just put the phone to your ear like a phone.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but they've got it on speaker as well, and it's like, ugh.
I can't stand people that sit there listening to musical videos with speakers. Remember last in the hospital in waiting in the triage area?
Yes.
Some bloke sat there with his thing listening to music, and I'm like,
yeah, it's like, really?
Do you want to just turn your crappy dance music off, please? Because the entire room doesn't want to listen to it. Oh, yeah. Well.
Did you get all grown up with him? You did, didn't you?
He was a mouth-breathing chav, and I just wanted to tell him to turn off his drivel that he was listening to.
Oh, I could just imagine that.
He was like, "Yeah, listen to this tune. It's banging. In it. Shut up."
Yeah. Did you have a hat on at a slightly? Have his baseball cap on at a slightly jaunty angle? He did, didn't he?
Yeah, like a moron. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a bit of work on the chassis.
All right, Wayne.
Blue Thunder. So yeah, that's what I've got done tonight. Happy days.
All right, I've put mine away now. Darn. Oh well, I showed the gun now. That looks good.
It's absolutely going to have the bejesus weathered out of this when it gets done, because
I can just see that black and weathered and greasy.
Oh, it's going to be abandoned and dishevelled with bits missing off of it, and because why not? Why not indeed? What have we got going on in the chat? Let's have a quick looky look.
We're up to date in chat.
Phil Bolton says, he's got all his anime DVDs. He loved the Monty Python. Yeah, Lex collects a lot of the Monty Python stuff and young ones and things like that. Mm-hmm. My youngest boy wants my vinyl collection and my hi-fi separates, so to speak. Gosh, sound like my granddad then. So, yeah, he's after all my hi-fi separates.
He's having my vinyl collection of my spoons.
Oh, happy days. So, yeah. So, folks, we'll call it a night on that. I'd like to say a massive thanks for all of you that were generous this evening. It really does help me out. And also a big thanks to Fox for being a sport as well. Because
anything that helps you out, buddy, you know that.
I know that, but obviously when Fox is back on air, we'll return the favour. So there you go. In the meantime, I will love and leave her. I see what you're doing there. We'll love and leave you and wish you all the best for your weekend, folks. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Me and PJ are going to go and watch cars and motorbikes go round in circles all weekend, as will Jeff and Maggie. I'm sure Jeff and Maggie will be sat there like I will with their knee down at their armchair.
Somebody hack PJ's connection and make him only be able to watch Bluey.
Yeah, my missus came down one week with my lid and said, might as well put your lid on, Ben, that you're in the race. I was like, well, you know. But yeah, so a big, massive thanks to each and every one of you. And we will see you next week for another frolic, and we'll throw the gallery in for you next week, folks. All right. So big thanks for that.
Adios,
Stay safe and well. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life.